Hey everyone, welcome back to another playthrough of Tokyo Afterschool Summoners. Today, after finishing Chapter 14, we are immediately going to be seeing the dungeon stories within the Fudo chambers of Roppongi Ward. Let's go ahead and hop right in. As usual, let me know if the sound is fine, if there's anything wrong with it. But yeah, let's go ahead and check these things out. So as we saw from Chapter 14, we are in the middle of Crux. I don't know when this timeline takes place because unlike with the other chapters where they ended on a somewhat resolute note where conflict can, end and then begin in the next chapter, we were in the middle of a conflict for Chapter 14. So maybe Toji was handling this, in the middle of, when we were just in the middle of facing Mikhail and Amaterasu. Who knows? But hello, Yunjin, and oddly arrival. It has been too long since I just kidding, it's been a bit too soon, honestly. We have been streaming for 5 days in a row, 6 days going strong now, and tomorrow I'll be streaming The Thing, aka the review for Chapter 15 banner. And then I can finally take a break from streaming at least, but I still need a quick video. Sorry, enough preamble. We are going to do the first level, and this time around I can actually see the quests and the battle, because I did not do the actual battles yet. So we are going to be doing this in what looks like a small map. Actually, I didn't build teams ahead of time, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. But yeah, we are facing... I don't understand this combination of units. Why is there a Senryu Machino and the Outlaws Kruznik as well as the Invaders Masanori? I don't see the pattern here. I mean, Kruznik and Masanori might have some connection, but we'll see. This is going to be, of course, just like every other dungeon memory, a glimpse at a past timeline. Namely, with the Fudo chambers, according to Toji, this is going to be recovering the memories of Tokyo's founding, because supposedly it connects directly with Wano Kuni, which is of course a world within this place, but Wano Kuni is unique because it is also not just a world, but historically speaking, an extant place of just ancient Tokyo or ancient Japan in general. So it's going to be connecting ancient past into reality at this point. So we'll see what happens here. And one last note before I continue, maybe I'm holding up too long, but just to really connect all the dots here, with every past dungeon's set of stories we've seen, it has always been some sort of focus, some sort of, relation with the actual exception. In the first dungeon's case was Shiro, you were actually observing what's called Yogso's thoughts, memories, as he was observing Azuthos, who was his father, or some sort of genealogy there anyways. So there were memories pertaining to Azuthos as a result. Not necessarily Azuthos memories, but more like memories of observing Azuthos from within past space and time. For Kengo's dungeon, it was actually Thor's memories of someone Thor didn't immediately recognize, but it was actually it was the memories with regards to Odin's substitute, I believe, or Odin's stand-in, which was going to be Ozzy. Since Ozzy was not allowed to be there, I forget the reason why Odin couldn't be there. Ozzy was taking place, and it was the memories of us trying to escape the loop through escaping the wall, and Shiro's was about trying to end the loop by just letting everyone know about the loops, which didn't turn out that well. And with the Aoyama dungeon, the memories were somewhat unclear to me. I mean, I believe it was more regards to Israfil's memories, or memories of Israfil rather. And that seemed to be connected because of Fisher King's connection with the Holy Grail, and I believe there's some connection between that Arthurian legend of the Holy Grail along with Israfil. It wasn't entirely clear for me because even though it's the longest story, it's also the most ambiguous in terms of that. But essentially, the main point to take away from this is because we are most likely going to find the memories of Yukimura, which was Toji's exception, or in very least the exception within Toji's dungeon. Actually, I think it was Toji's. It wasn't his, but he caused it by... I guess it was his. It was Toji's exception between Yukimura and Ophion, or between him and Ophion. And we're gonna find some person of significance, most likely connected to Yukimura. Because Perun is the same as this. Oh, I see. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Yukimura's legend is, so this is gonna be completely blind to me. If anyone knows ahead of time, maybe drop some hints that doesn't spoil us. But okay, as promised, 5 minutes of preamble. Let's hop right in and see who is connected to Yukimura. So, as usual, this is a short map. We're gonna have to team build because I didn't do that. I was too busy team building for the newly unlocked Blossom quests, which I finally have. Very happy about that. What was these even reward? These reward fucking nothing, right? These reward literally nothing. Now I think about it, it's literally just the shit the Yukimura heads. Alright. I don't think they reward a Ranky experience thing, but I'll check in at the end of this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead with my standard team, I guess, of just destroying everything with things. Alright. Let's go ahead and bring our counter team, where Almighty destroys everything without a distinguishment.
What?
Where's the story? Did we just go jump into battle right away? I'm lost. Is this how it started, really? See, I've never done the story. I don't think I've ever had like a battle first immediately and then a story. What the fuck just happened? Okay, I don't know where the story went, but oh right, I think it's battle and then story and then battle and story. Sorry, they're not actually connected directly. Anywho, I'm a bit lost. Right. So these are memories of us killing Shino for some reason. Again. How many oops has he died in? Along with these two guys. Oh my god, please, can you let me skip the effects here? No, it's not letting me skip it because of the story battle. Okay, whatever. Goodbye. And Powder Mighty will be even more ridiculously strong after this. Crafters are invaders.
檻の中へ帰る。人間の街、やっぱり疲れる。
Alright, let's see Memories of Yukimura Part 1. Ooh, interesting. Let's take a look at that background. Very fancy stuff. Kind of reminds me of Ikebukuro Coliseum, except it's more focused towards katanas. Specifically, of course. I guess this is about the bloodied history of Tokyo's founding. Long ago, in a time before Tokyo took the form it has now, when it was still known by the name Edo. The path traversed by ogres thought to bring about disaster when sealed away, that visions of a peaceful world may come to pass. One such site is here in Roppongi, the entrance to the holy space where the Meao Furo, one of the 5 color temples erected to safeguard Tokyo, can be found. Visions of a peaceful world may come to pass, sealing away disasters. I don't understand the strength there. The paths traversed by ogres thought to bring about disaster were sealed away. Okay, so anything related to ogres were sealed away here, I guess. I hate that you can't use the skip function on story quests. Can you not? Your phone can't. That's really sad. And it is onto this labyrinth where nefarious spirits have long been sealed that you, Toji, and Tadatomo now set foot. When does this take place? Literally, when does this take place? We were in the middle of fighting Mikhail and Amaterasu. When the fuck does this take place? Like, seriously. President, no, I don't want to hear if you liked it or disliked it. I don't want to be spoiled by impressions. It's kind of annoying, honestly. Like, yes, impressions are also a bit of a spoiler. Because I want to be going, you know, with my expectations at, like, nothing right now. Not expecting disappointment or enjoyment. Therein, some clue may lie to unlocking the full potential of Toji's sacred artifacts, his twin blades, heretofore sealed away through powerful boundary techniques. Like, I did not wait an entire year to do this just to, like, have someone tell me, oh, it wasn't good, you know? It's like, it's that important to me to keep my impressions not tainted. After much toiling, I have finally found the place. prophetic scrolls proclaim that the memories of my past selves who bore these dual blades are sealed within. Dungeons are prequel, Butter do mention the dungeon so during the beginning. I don't know what you're trying to say, I'm sorry. Alongside the warrior to whom they rightfully belong. Okay, so we're learning about the sacred artifact. I guess we did learn about the sacred artifacts of everyone too. Not directly, but more so everyone got an upgrade after the fact. With Ryoto's chalice, now he's mutually using it to heal himself, and Fisher King Kengo finally wearing his property to get even more strength. And what's it called? Chiro, I guess he finally... it wasn't directly stated, but I guess he finally learned how to use it without getting fucking possessed. Do not lose focus, however. I am sensing a strong malevolence inside. Keep your wits about you, Earthen. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up they didn't receive Evos. I know Kengo deserved a pretty decent Evo getting stronger, but Chiro and Ryota did not. And Ryota could have used one that wasn't just reflect debuff on arrival at a not guaranteed rate. Indeed. I, Tadatomo, as your escort, shall give my life in your stead should it come to it. But do be vigilant, that it not. I'll be alright, thanks. I know how important this is to you, but you both worry far too much. Given all that has transpired, it is only natural we would. Say that again. So long as you do not throw caution to the wind, all is well. Also, that weird shard thing? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing that shard thing is not gonna have used just like those stupid Valentine's chocolates we got that one time. That literally had no purpose. And then we got a second set during the reprint. This place is already proving itself hostile to humans, however. Many who wish to do us harm have already noted our presence. Maybe the shard is like some sort of internal item needed to require us to do these story quests, but I doubt it, seriously. There's no excuse to bear ill will upon my lord. I shall see to the annihilation of every last such cretin who would dare. Urufumi making a jump scare again. Toji and Tadatomo both suddenly take up arms against a foe that, to your eyes, is not yet even visible. You like the chocolate soda? That was cute. It was cute enough, but like, you know, you read it, oh, okay, forget about it. So you'll never think about them again. Are you a specter? Show yourself, you cowardly rogue. It's just me again. Please do not be alarmed. Our first meeting, and I'm already being treated as a vengeful spirit? Well, given where we are, I suppose it is only natural. If my presence here makes you that uncomfortable, however, I will vacate the premises at what? Did he actually just get attacked? Toji, what did you do? Urufumi, no! He's fucking dead. How can you just cut him down? He's probably cutting something else that couldn't be seen. But rather than falling over dead, the Urufumi, summarily sliced down by Toji, flops wetly onto the ground and begins wriggling like a bug. Must live now. I regret to inform you that we Sakumori do not fall for such farce. With my sharp intuition, I can easily tell your kind from humans. Wow, well done, Toji. No person could... The jumpy. This is something that Leaked wanted to hire Toji for, though it's still unclear entirely what exactly he was talking about. Apparently there's some sort of mole among them that he hired Toji for to weed out. Of course, I could tell too, I swear. I swear, not really. Do not tarry, another approaches. That's probably the real one. Hi, Arathan. We do meet in the strangest places. Looks like I'll be serving as a guide, as your guide once more. That is the duty Mr. Mononobe tasked me with, after all. So, may I ask why I'm staring down the ends of multiple blades right now? Fear not. I can tell that you are the true Kurufumi Urabe. You are no apparition, nefarious or otherwise. Yes, I can smell it too. The scent of time-worn tomes soaked into his clothes. Exactly as described. Are you saying I smell moldy? I do take great care to preserve these old books, you know. You and your party informed Kurufumi that he is presently beneath Roppongi, and fill him in on your reasons for seeking out this underground labyrinth. That they're not allowed to call it labyrinth again because we already have Labyrinth Dungeon. I see. And this means that you have yet to find any clues on Toji's past memories, I take it? Correct. Our search has only truly just begun, and as of yet, my secret artifacts have shown no signs of reaction. You got that bibliophile mask. I don't know. That's probably not an appealing mask. It's the books themselves that's one. It's probably not the person. Though I'm limiting their powers with boundary techniques, that may very well have an effect on their resonance. Thus far, the path has always opened by the touch of a sacred artifact's owner or someone connected to it. So perhaps... As Toji and Furuhumi discuss their best course of action, Tadatomo, who's been vigilantly standing guard this whole time, raises the alarm. I just realized Tadatomo's with us, and you know, I realized that, but not really realized. Sorry, it was just the test. But what's it called? In every single other dungeon, we are pretty much just going with one of the summoners, not two of them. And you know, one of the main ones, not Tadatomo. So it's a bit odd to see both of them being addressed. But I guess Tadatomo kind of fits in the setting. Be wary. Yet another approaches. Whosoever deigns to bring misfortune upon my charge, know that I shall never allow it. Stay back, Tadatomo. This is... Yes, I'm certain of it. This is Yukimura. Toji draws his blades and leaps into action past Tadatomo, taking down a would-be invading ogre with a single horizontal slice. The momentary glint of light from his weapons grow bright and fills the chambers, playing out memories of a past Tokyo. Where Yukimura? I guess we're not seeing him, we're just gonna be fighting random ogres. Maybe at the end of this. There are considerably more shadows than usual. I know you're new here, Sakimori, but I'm afraid one of them is headed your way. I guess we have to excise demons in order to unlock these memories. I see it. There's another at point D4. Precisely the escape route Masanori predicted. Anyway, thank you to stop treating me as an amateur. I know it is a consequence of my previous association, but nonetheless. Indeed, you look nothing like, while your manner of speaking and swordsmanship are so clearly inherited. Is he talking about Hogan? I'm not really sure. As Kruzenik lowers his smoking firearm and a brusque wry smile creeps across his face, wearing the otherwise stern and professional outward appearance he typically seeks to convey. Okay, traditional outfit again. The target has already been dispatched. It would seem this is another miss for us. I do not believe they had any connection to our mark. It was likely just a group of stray transients causing mischief. Try as we might, we just can't seem to catch hide nor hair of that strange game that's been spreading throughout Tokyo lately. Ooh, so those kind of memories, I see. Interesting. So, after the gates have been summoned, but before the game has started. Oh my god, memories before the game? Are you fucking kidding me? This is different. This is different. Well, maybe, what's it called? No, that's not necessarily the case. I need to calm the fuck down. This is not necessarily memories before the game, but this is definitely memories before the game really took hold of people like Masanori, before you joined the invaders. Which may or may not have been during the very first loop, but also may have been a later loop before he was recruited. Though, to my knowledge, I'm just assuming that Masanori was part of the invaders since the beginning. Let's see. Nothing like by your manner of speaking, search. Transients causing mischief. For all we know that, you know, Toji inherited things, but we know nothing about his master, other than Hogan. But maybe his master was cut off from this loop, which is, you know, why. I don't see the resemblance between those two anyways. Is this even a mark we're capable of hitting? It is though there is an imaginably massive force behind it all. Complaints will not award us reinforcements. As public servants, we must simply follow our orders to the best of our ability. And honestly, you're like a dog eager to please its master. You'll be commended as a top K9 police dog soon enough, I wager. Sensing that the topic of conversation has begun to shift from business to chit-chat, Toji Toji abruptly closes the line of communication. Right, this is Toji before he became all friendly with people, before he met us, so of course he'll be a bit stiff, or very stiff. And it's in that moment, just as the line cuts off, that the unmistakable sound of metal on metal, swords clashing and sparks flying, can be heard for but a moment. Hey, Sakimori, come in. Did something happen? Damn it! Masanori, forward me his location info. Word for Toji's safety, Kruznik and Masanori immediately take off running. Who are you? Why are you after me? Hey, Shino. That's a bit odd. I do know that Shino is strictly within our loop summoned by Babylon in order to, you know, just bring about multiple shadows, which I guess was part of their plan to cause the exception of Jeanne d'Arc. But maybe he was summoned in I mean, he should have been summoned other ways. I'm not sure how else he would have been summoned other than what Babylon did, though. It's very strange and, you know, not explicitly stated. Maybe kept ambiguous for good reason, because there might be a plot hole there. Toji stops the bloodstained sword just at the very base of his neck. If he'd been any slower, he'd be missing his head. It's clear from his attacker's malevolent aura that he's facing down a shadow. But that's not the only clue he has as to whom he's dealing with, and sadly, it doesn't narrow down the list much. What raises further questions, however, is the shadow is tightly, dearly clasping onto. Someone decidedly more human than might otherwise be expected. That would be my line. For what reason do you turn your blades towards my charge? Answer clearly, now! Is he protecting us? Turn my blades? I do not understand. What are you even asking? Are you not the ones who harbor a grudge against me? Did you not await me in ambush to take my life? Your confusion seems genuine. So does feel heaven sense that we've crossed paths here then? Perhaps it was premature of me to bare my feelings. My nerves have been gotten the better of me. I do beg your forgiveness. I like how he changes expression without his hat moving. With this proclamation, Toji's would-be attacker begins making a hasty retreat. But something about this encounter nags at Toji. Almost instinctively, he calls out after the shadow. The one you hold in your arms is your lord? If I am to conjecture, your lord is being targeted now. May I ask by whom? And why should I answer that? It's not as though you're likely to come to our aid. What if I were to say I could, and would? I am Toji Sakimori, of the Public Safety Bureau, pursuing leads on a strange game. The Public Safety Bureau? I've not heard that in a while. I don't think this is the same thing as the police, but the Public Safety Bureau, I believe they mentioned that very briefly in chapter 1 or 2, just to talk about the history of Tokyo before the game even came to be. So I guess that's the police force before the police force. Toji produces his police badge and flashes it at the peony branded hand, who then takes a good hard look into Toji's eyes. Well, as we know, this leads to some kind of encounter. Or not. I don't have a lot of that. It got disbanded? Maybe, yeah. And this... Okay, well, no spoilers, please. If that's explained later, please, Prisma, no spoilers. I'm begging to God, stop. And this is the point at which the memory cuts off. I don't remember them ever saying it, disbanded this thing. You and your companions all stare at one another in turn, still somewhat disoriented. So in that loop, the Public Safety Bureau continued even after the proliferation of the app, and I remained a part of it. Huh, okay. Maybe it was revealed that it closed. I don't remember the Public Safety Bureau ever closing. If it's before the loop, let's see. Father and father. Continuing as father and father? What did I just witness? I must see more. Show me more, please! As Toji's statement implies, this is very different from Tokyo as it is now. The Public Safety Bureau that once advocated regulating the app is presently all but disbanded. I don't remember them. I don't remember it disbanding. Okay, maybe they just like explained it now. Okay, in which case, Prison, you need to calm down. You may have read it, but like I haven't. So, anything like specific fact-wise, keep them. Yeah. It used to be their job to control the flow of information in order to hunt down shadows, but nowadays anyone can accomplish this through the app. And this is something I'm pretty sure has never been explained. Like, I'm fairly sure. Like, that seems like pretty pertinent information for something that's like mentioned very early on. Just like when we first met Toji. And the person Shino was protecting, that totally was me, wasn't it? Tadatomo has two fathers? He's probably referring to his spiritual father and, I don't know, maybe his actual father? I don't know about his actual father, but he should, obviously he's a spiritual father. Hey, there's Yukimura. I know Toji may have said he was part of it, but I don't remember them ever saying it was disbanded. I don't remember them disbanding ever as a thing. I have no idea what voice to give you anymore. Whatever. I'm gonna give a really shitty Japanese accent, so apologies in advance. What you beheld was the memory of a fight from long ago. Specifically, the encounter that served as its impetus. Looking in the direction of the sudden voice, you see what looks for all the world to be a samurai, dressed in vermilion armor complete with an ornate warrior's helm. And what you struck down was merely the broken remains of the resentment, envy, and rage. That is what humans fear as ogres. What you struck down was merely the broken remains of resentment and envy and rage. That was what humans fear as ogres. No, they definitely had different voices. I can't just give them Toji's as a thing. Just like fucking Yukimura apparently had like a fucking random ass Irish accent, which obviously Toji didn't, or Ryota didn't. That is what humans fear as ogres. Okay. So these are just emotions. At long last, you reveal yourself. You are the warriors sealed in this land, to whom these accursed dual blades rightfully belong. We meet again. You may call me Yukimura. And you, it would seem, you are the present bearer of those blades you deem accursed. The samurai clad in red introduces himself to you. However, you're already familiar with him, as you've crossed swords with him once before in Roppongi, as an exception. Quickly, it looks like his eyes are not ogreified this time. Long have I been bound here, and rarely have I occasion to speak with the living as well, much less the successor of my blades. The blades in Toji's hands begin to glow brightly at this, and the path forward promptly opens up as a beckoning grip to proceed. This is the entrance to one cornerstone of the great barrier that once encircled the city known as Edo, long ago. Entrance to the cornerstone of a great barrier. So there's a barrier separating today from now, is that right? Oh, no, that's not it. It's just that, I guess there's like some sort of wall, I guess. Like the Great Wall of China, maybe. It is the convergence point for numerous wild dragon veins. Okay, that point again. The ward attached to the scruff of its neck, you might say. My one wish is to learn how the former territory of Tokugawa, the Edo I once knew and fought for, came to be what it is now. This, Tokyo. What is its origin point? Whence did its roots first break through the ground and begin to sprout? And to what future do the threads of the ancient battle with Tokugawa connect? Tokugawa? Okay, so I guess Tokugawa might be the present name of the Edo. If you can help me answer this, then I will lend you my aid as the most celebrated lancer in the world of the Land of War. Scuffed. Super scuffed, whatever. Whatever. I'm still not satisfied with my Japanese accent, but whatever. There's 10 million people here. Can't be expected to correct them all. Alright, second level, wide map, and it's featuring Nobumichi as well as some of the outlaws, I take. Or in very least, it features some ogres. I wonder if these memories are following Shino. That would be absurd. What are we looking for again? Oh yeah. Actually, I forgot to look at the rewards for the quest. I need to do that. Alright, countering this quest again.
僕来い。
等しく沈め。
来い。味だ。
目を覚め。等しく沈め。お縄ちょうだい。
No mechanics.
破りといく。
来い。
Housamo Japan history is the same, just that all myths are true because Land of yeah. I mean, the thing is with the history of Japan, some of it is like mysticized, right? And I guess that's what makes the Land of what it is. There's no rank XP and there's no card XP, so there really is no reason bringing anything. Okay, memories of Yukumura too. Let's do this. I see. So you're being targeted by the very players of this suspicious game we have been investigating. And the prize or trophy of this game, the one who is in the most danger, is the one named Ayrton. Oh wow, okay, that's established surely. Precisely! Wow, Booster's gonna get a kick out of this dungeon. Though the objective of each player in the game vary, there are many scoundrels who would see and come to harm. To think Sakimori's informant would be you, Yatsufusa. And for Ayrton to be involved in such a regard, no less. There is an evident lack of due deference in your tone, proprietous one. Are you not pleased to reconnect with a fellow beast, then? What was that? Why does it end with a comma? That's weird. Oh no, nothing of the sort. I'm sorry, it seems my statement was lacking in propriety indeed. In truth, I take comfort in this reminder that I am a Canisarian, and not the progeny of some monster. Kruznik and Toji exchange glances after witnessing this interaction. Masanori doesn't tend to talk about himself much, admittedly, but I've still never seen him quite so flustered before. These are private circumstances upon which we should not intrude. Nonetheless, it is good to have a true father figure around. There shall be no fatherless behavior this time. What? You want a daddy? Well, why didn't you say so before? I can be your daddy, little ogre boy. What the fuck are you saying, Kruznik? I dare say you are a generation too old for the task, with the gray hairs to prove it. Besides which, we are public servants. We act for the good of society as a whole, even should it mean cutting down our own. The crux of our duty is discerning to whom we turn our blades. And now, we know. Thus, our next step is clear. You speak so cavalierly of such grave matters. Back in my day, I would deem cocky youths such as you little more than prey. Are you trying me? I have no desire to cut down another's father, but you're clearly a menace, so I may just have a go at you. Just as the situation between Toji and Shino seemed to be reaching its boiling point, Masanori jumps in to quell the fire. Let's not do this now, father. No good comes from instigating those who are as hot-blooded as you. We are on the same side, remember. Turning swords upon each other can only end in misery for us all. On the same side, you say, proprietous one? Tell me then, what advantages, tactical or otherwise, will that bring us? Certainly more than fighting amongst ourselves, given the power we each bear. I'd suggest our next move be to find more partners. Partners? I cannot imagine any other department being able to offer aid to us in this particular public safety scenario. I wouldn't count on me for any help without finding partners either. All my old acquaintances are either retired or dead. No worries on that end, Kruznik. I can pick up the slack there. 7 other dog warriors share my soul with me. Yeah, Shino interacting with anyone else besides, what's called Moritaka and Tadatomo is quite rare for sure. Get us all together and there's not a foe alive who could possibly get the jump on us. I see. It would certainly be preferable to proceeding as we are. You know where the others can be found, however. I I have some idea for a few of them. We can start by reaching out to one in particular, whom I know to be close at hand. Who's he reaching out to? Others, I guess allies of some kind. Arrangements are made, and after Masanori and Toji finish their work for the day, I hurry over to the spot where they've arranged to meet with one particular dog warrior. Are you meeting, Yoshito? The salty sea breeze is taking its toll upon me. Why must this spot have been chosen as a rendezvous point? I'm just impressed to see you in casual clothes. I was beginning to think you were some kind of minimalist who didn't own any. You only see me in professional circumstances, and I'm not about to don casual wear for the ugly business of hunting my own kind. So, regarding the senior member you have contacted, Nobumichi, is he trustworthy? Okay, not Yoshito. Of course, not only is he a civil servant like us, but he too is the one who saved me from the venomous fangs of a beast way back when. He's possibly the most reliable of us, all of us dog warriors, though he's got a few quirks you might need to look the other way on. As if on cue, a Canissarian wearing a police officer's uniform emerges from the darkness just a moment hence. Well, no, if it isn't old Kakutaro, I'm so happy you called me out here. Bring it in, man! A newly appeared figure not only uses a childhood nickname from Masanori, but what is that name? Kakutaro. That's an interesting name. But pulls him in for a tight hug. Arms around both shoulders, cheeks sorely smushing together. Aww. I am Masanori Kaku Inumura, a full-fledged dog warrior. I'll thank you to use my proper name, Nobumichi Genpachi Inukai. Fine, have it your way. There must be little Sakimori, no? As Masanori said, I'm Nobumichi Genpachi Inukai. Kakutaro here isn't exactly Mr. Affable, but I hope you continue to show him your friendship, no matter how much he fights it. In only a few seconds, Nobumichi's mercilessly jovial disposition has wrinkled the foreheads of both Masanori and Toji in consternation. Oh, already having second thoughts about calling me out here, are you? Well, you'll be okay. You're strong, Kakutaro, and you made the right decision asking for my help. After all, we're about to wage an all-out war with the cream of the crop from all the worlds, right? So, you'll really help us? Bear in mind, we most likely cannot offer any form of compensation for this task. Oh? That's no problem. This is a matter of destiny. We dog warriors have to stick together. Nobumichi punctuates the statement by reaching out to Toji for a handshake. Toji reluctantly gives in, which seems to delight Nobumichi to an end. Should I just call you Sakimori? Or do you prefer something else? How are you usually addressed? My full name is Toji Sakimori. Though provided you do not add little to it, I am fine with any calling of your choice. Ooh, you seem just as uptight as old Kakutaro here. Yes, I'll just call you Toji then. Let's have some fun, Toji. And then we beat them up, for some reason. It's at this point that the seaside landscape gives way to the unfamiliar underground chamber of Roppongi once more, as another memory comes to an abrupt close. Strength is one thing, but to be so steadfast in spirit as to martyr oneself to the depths of fate is another altogether. The one named Nobumichi is an exceptional warrior of note. The Satomi clan's dog warriors, I surmise. They seem to live and die by those who hold them in high regard. For you to be so eagerly accompanied by so many great warriors, Arson, you are worthy of my interest as well. I don't think I'm that special, but I'm just blessed with a strong fate. Magnificent! Those are to bear lordly status should have humble temperaments to match, and you truly exemplify this. I can hardly hold back my tears. To think the spirit of the samurai could survive in this modern age. I am overjoyed. But what of you, Toji Sakimori? To what end do you bear my blades? Is the answer not apparent? It is for the one who stood with me when my public safety duties ended. Raritan. He stood by me when I lost my purpose. When did they end? I don't remember the public secure sector ending or at some point. I know he warmed up to us around the time in Chapter 8, but I don't remember it really ending then. Not 8, Chapter 6. And now I shall stand by him, to ensure both that he can live, and that so too can we beyond this game. Beyond these loops. Toji. That almost sounds like a proposal. I see. My regrets and your future dreams stem from the same source. I too pray that my lord, like a flower, may ever bloom. Yet despite these wishes, his fate has been sealed many times before. We must venture onward to uncover just why and how. Yukimura lightly smiles at Toji for his earnest assessment, then silently waves the party owners onwards as the door leading deeper in Labyrinth opens. I'm sorry, but when I'm voicing Yukimura, my comprehension just terminates, so I have to like reread it all the time. Alright, does he consider Toji his lord then? Guess so. I don't even know, he's probably talking about some other lord from his own memories at his time as Yukimura. Alright, I'm surprised there's a decent spread for the dungeon preference. Alright, 3rd level. This is going to be featuring Ashigara and Yasuori and some wrestlers of some kind in a tall map. And we're just gonna do the exact same thing because of course we can.
Boku wa koi.
等しく沈め
Koi.
根をす等しく破る等しく沈め破るといくぞ
Koi. Se. Ya.
オライ三日月よ
Koi.
根をす等しく破る等しく沈め破るといくぞ
Koi. Se. Ya.
よいか我らクラフターズの教えは技術は筋肉
三日月よ
問題ない格闘技も少しかじったことがあってね君に怪我がない
Memories of Yukimura Part 4. At the gates of Yoyogi Academy, renowned for its sports opportunities, stand 2 police officers. They wait patiently for the students to make their exit. Rip. I mean, we're not farming, who cares? Also, I don't know what mechanics they may have, so might as well just bring whatever entirely hyper-counter team I can. Also, welcome, Ruby. How does he sound again? Sound loud, I'm sure. Well, a certain someone is interested in joining our Super Club, right? I can feel the eyes boring into my soul during practice. That must mean they've fallen head over heels on me. Head over heels! I do believe you are mistaken, Ashigara. The person in question has a significant other already. 1 year their junior. What? Ashigara and Yasuori, both members of the Sumo Club, are walking to their club rooms while chatting away, but are stopped in tracks by someone calls out to them. Pardon the interruption. We represent the Public Safety Division. You are Yasuori Bungu Inutai, no? Yasuori? What in the world did you do? No, don't be jumping to conclusions here. We haven't come to bring him in or anything. may just have something to discuss. Yasuri turns to look at Nobumichi, and his facial expression immediately changes to indicate that he's likely guessed exactly what this is about. This is about the Dog Warriors in general, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, this is a surprise. This is not, like, specifically about Toji, but it's also about the Dog Warriors, which explains why Toji's here as well. Not Toji. Why Tadatomo's here.
My apologies, Ashigara. Please start practicing without me. If you would. This may take a while. Okay. I guess I'll catch you in a bit then. Yeah, in a bit. Jingle bells arimasu!
Yasuri's gaze briefly hangs on his departing school chum's back as he stares at his ass very thirstily. And in that moment, his resolute facial expression makes him look every bit like a seasoned warrior. Hey, sorry about this. I was really hoping you'd be able to just continue living a life in peace and quiet like you have been. Well, we couldn't function as the 8 Dog Warriors if there were only 7 of us, you know?
There is no need to be concerned for my plight, Nobumichi. Rather, I'm grateful you've come calling. Were I to be left out of these proceedings, I would be consumed with regret at having failed to uphold my sworn duties. We are all birthed from the same spirit, and we each bear an orb. I must maintain a unified front, lest we dishonor our heritage.
Well, I am grateful you feel that way, but aren't you being a little overly formal with me? I mean, we're practically family. I was really hoping I'd get to hear you call me big bro, like you used to. That'd make me real happy, you know? Oh yeah, this was in his research profile. He dotes on Yasuri, apparently.
I have no memory of ever just saying you in such a familiar terms.
As Toji watches the two reconnect, tactfully interjects to bring their attention back to Masanori and Kuruznike, who are still trying to uncover the locations of the remaining Dog Warriors.
So, I have good news and bad news. Which would you all like to hear first?
Why are we connecting with the Dog Warriors specifically? I don't understand why Shino wants... I don't think Shino necessarily wants us, but aren't we just trying to find allies in general?
We will hear them both, so the order makes a little difference. Please stop putting on airs and get on with it, mentalist.
Toji, as direct as ever.
I guess I'll start with the bad news then. Don't get too disheartened when you hear it, okay? As we've been looking into things, the bigger picture of this game and its general power structures have been coming into focus.
Right, I'm guessing this is before the Street True Guilds then. If it's not clear, it's... Oh, let's see. Masanori writes the words of warmongers and invaders on the whiteboard behind him. Never mind. So they're forming, but he's not part of them yet?
The 3 biggest factions with the most influence have planted roots deep into the political and judicial structures of Tokyo. It's no stretch to say they fully represent Tokyo at this point. Even our ops in the police force can't be fully trusted. We already suspected as much, however, did we not? It makes little difference as to what we must do henceforth.
At this point, it's amounting to vigilantism.
Well, what's the good news then, proprietor's one? Have you figured out where to find the rest of the 8 Dog Warriors?
I don't understand why they're looking for the Dog Warriors.
Mostly. Loyalty and wisdom can be found with the invaders, while filial piety and justice can be found with the warmongers.
So, let's see. Wait a second. Are the rule makers not founded yet? Interesting. So the invaders and warmongers are first, and the rule makers must have been founded some loops after. Okay, so filial piety and justice. Filial piety, who's that? Is that Moritaka? I don't even know. I think that is Moritaka, actually. Moritaka is part of the warmongers? The fuck? That's bizarre. Justice, I don't know. Maybe that's Masashi. I have no idea. And wisdom, that is... Aren't you supposed to be wisdom, Masanori? Yeah, okay, so you're part of this guild then. And loyalty. Loyalty is Tadatomo, isn't it? I don't even know. I thought it was Tadatomo. Oh. So some of them are the same, like with Masanori, but others are not. Yasuri suddenly interjects loudly and overexcited before Masanori continues.
What of Masashi, the bearer of the Orb of Benevolence? Masashi Shinbei Inoue. Have you located him?
I'm afraid we haven't just yet, no. But we intend to continue profiling until we do.
I see ya. I hope you can find him soon.
I get it. It's only natural to be worried about your nephew. But he'll be fine. Shime's got divine protection on his side. We'll prioritize the others for now, though it sounds like even getting in touch with them won't be a walk in the park. Yoshito is the Orb of Justice. Is he? That's rather bizarre. Well, it makes sense if he's part of the invaders. Actually, never mind. That's Yoshito's the Orb of Justice. He's part of the Warmongers. What the fuck? Everyone's... I don't see the reasoning, but I guess this is just what happens between loops. Anyone can be in any guild when you're looking at different loops. Getting in touch with them won't be a walk in the park. Our odds of success are indeed low if you approach these factions head-on. Undercover reconnaissance may be the best approach. In which case, we should probably set our sights on winning over and employing the skills of the two invaders first. The party continues to brainstorm ideas, but just can't seem to come to a consensus. As the discussion gets particularly heated, it's interrupted all at once by a knock on the door. Masanori, Kruznik, I expect this only as a matter of due diligence, but neither of you was expecting any visitors here, correct? Amateurs, did someone tell you? No chance! I took every possible measure to ensure we weren't being tracked or followed. Each member present places a hand on his weapon while Shino pulls you in to keep you safe from harm should the situation deteriorate. Oh yeah, we're there too. The door slowly opens, and the uninvited visitor is revealed. Okay, this is a surprise. The world representative of the Land of Odd. Well now, this is a much colder welcome than I'd hoped for. But I suppose, dressed as I am, it stands to reason. Is he still the guildmaster of... Actually, never mind, he's not the guildmaster of the what's called Warmongers, he's just one of the reps. I am not your enemy, though. I suppose that's a bit too much to ask of... I suppose that's asking a bit too much of you to all believe. So I'll get right to the point. I am known as the Demon Warrior, and I have come to lead you all to victory in your fight. It's at this point that the safe house gives way to the familiar underground chamber of Roppongi once more, as another memory comes to a number of close. We didn't actually fight him. The visitor at the end there was Minamoto no Yoritomo, world representative of the Land of Wa, noble source of the Satomi. Why would an important figure solicit the Public Safety Bureau? To what end? I'm sure we'll find our answer if we keep going. Along with the reason he chose to hide his true identity. He may have an ulterior motive, but isn't he an enemy in this loop? Why would he take such huge risk? And to think, and to take on the moniker of the Demon Warrior, no less. Though, to be fair, all who stand and fight are warriors. Even I myself was known as Sana the Demonic. Should the chance ever arise, I would love to challenge this Demon Warrior. Ah, but why covet a Demon Warrior in memory when one who is Olga blood stands before me now? Shall we test our mettle? No matter how sharp the blades you conceal within you may be, that alone does not qualify you as their successor. If a test of metal is what must be done, then I welcome it. I'm prepared to do whatever it may take to win. It is as though I am looking at the past version of you. Sheathe your weapons. I was merely taunting. My fight is long since concluded. I have no intention of crossing steel with you here. So it is good to see your spirits has not waned, even in the most trying of circumstances. Yukimura looks a bit wistful for a moment, then turns his back to the past to the next level of this ordeal. Opens. Very cordial. It is a bit odd that we were very cordial with them immediately. I think normally we like introduce ourselves briefly. I don't know. Are they following? They're probably just following the person, right? They're not necessarily attached to the dungeon itself. They're just following the artifact holder. 4th level. This is going to be a wide map featuring Mikoto no Yoritomo, or whatever his name was, and Tezcatlipoca, and what's her name? His name? Tanetomo, and a bunch of the warmongers, Antida and Marduk. Okay. Is this a trap? Let's see.
Boku wa koi.
等しく沈め
Koi. Aji da ha.
目を覚め等しく沈め
Alright, they got nothing. Goodbye.
破りと行くぞ
Koi. Sek. Ya.
ほらい
三日月
And another one.
Koi.
目を等しく沈め
They got nothing.
破りと行く
Koi. Sek. Ya.
よいか我らクラフターズの教えは技術は筋肉から
三日月俺檻の中へ帰る人間の街やっぱり疲れる
Alright, Memories of Yukumura, Part 4. Lead us to victory? And you say you are a demon warrior? What does that even mean exactly? Originally, I was a general who preferred heroic powers in pursuit of world peace. Yet here and now, I am but a lone challenger. You seek the 8 dog warriors, though? Well, I may be able to make that search a bit easier for you. For you see, I have a direct line of communication with the dog warriors of the south, the invaders. Wait, demon warrior? Of course! You're the childhood friend! Earthen's big brother! The demon warrior narrows his eyes in delight. As I said, if he and I were to join forces, no one could possibly stand in our way. I truly believe that. I hope you'll see my choice of attire as a sign of my commitment. I'd look the part of one who's been thrown to the wolves, no? Please indulge me enough to call me by my childhood nickname, with all due fear and awe. I am the Demon Warrior. Permit me to join your cause as a warrior reborn, unfamiliar with yet hungering for the thrill of hunting's one own kind. Both Toji and Kuzunik raises their eyebrows at this particular choice of words, almost in unison. The similarity between Yoshito's statement and their own situation seems carefully considered, with both having frequently cut down others of their kind in the line of duty. You expect us to indulge you, to trust you, despite showing up uninvited and armed while hiding your true identity. Such awareness should be lauded. To be frank, if you merely accepted my words without it, I might be worried for you. But maybe a show of good faith may help convince you. What if I were to significantly reduce the 3 True Guilds' power? Are there still 3 True Guilds? Do they not know about the rule makers then? This sends a shockwaves through the room on account of the fact that the enemy's true power has been a source of discussion and concern throughout these proceedings. No matter how powerful you claim to be, you're but one person. I fail to see how you could make good on this promise. But the seeds have already been sown, and will bud soon enough. Just you wait and see. The so-called demon warrior smiles confidently, and as the room falls silent, but at least radio chatter can be heard from behind him, and it sounds particularly urgent. Assassination of renowned government figure confirmed. Additional casualties, including student center. Repeat. The 2 public safety representatives and their friends quickly come to terms with the situation, while the demon warrior just stands there with that cold, menacing smile on his face. He assassinated someone within the government.
Unforgivable. Do you think we will simply accept this brazen attack on us in broad daylight? Indeed. I, Marduk, shall see to it that Yoritomo's unfinished business is sorted, and his cruelly departed spirit avenged. Yoritomo? Yeah, okay. I see around me the signs of an all-out war. It is least for me to unleash my full fury. Truly, the pieces are all in play. Let's bring about the most devastating war, just as we've always envisioned. Loki, apparently. I guess Loki has been ferried around, like they said, and he ended up in Enchanter's an Arlo. So, the most unwaveringly desperate warmongers of them all has made his move. This can only lead to a dead end. Oh, how droll. Loki, you're more than welcome to join the fun if you so desired. Our bustling, brilliant, blistering battlefield welcomes you. I'm just happy to watch all you arrogant little circle the drain and eat your... Quite looking forward to it, in fact. News of Yoritomo's defeat brings with it such indignation that even though everyone is aware the whole situation is likely a trap, they can't help but dance the dance. Oh, okay, I see. So some people believe he's dead. It's a fake assassination, apparently. Actually, I don't know. Infiltration, do you think we'll simply accept this attack? See to it that Yoritomo's unfinished business is sword and his cruelly departed spirit. Okay, so they actually said, I think it's Yoritomo they said is dead. And apparently, he's not actually dead, so it's part of his plan. News of Yoritomo's defeat brings him with such indignation that even though everyone is aware of the whole situation is like a trap, they can't help but dance. Another reason for joining the fighting vary from person to person and guild to guild. The warmongers, true to the name, have sparked a campaign of war with the other guilds. Meanwhile, in the south of Tokyo, near the Shinigami Invaders portal. So, Tadatomo, what does His Excellency have to say? Tadatomo quietly pours over the letter that was tied to the messenger hawk's leg. I guess Tadatomo is part of the Invaders for sure. It says he's gotten the ball rolling. We're to wrap up our current activities, then reconvene with them. So he's working for the Invaders in this one, even though he's part of the Warmongers. Yoritomo, that is. Understood, and I trust you need no explanation as to what wrapping up our current activity entails? Of course not. Our goal is the mutual destruction of the three true guilds, so we must foment as much chaos as possible. Precisely. But His Excellency's orders, we who've infiltrated the south must ensure the invaders and rulemakers come to blows. The two dogwares grin mischievously as they set their plan into motion. Use the rulemakers success to return. It's at this point that the secret meeting gives way to the unfamiliar underground chambers of Roppongi once more, as another memory comes to an abrupt close. That demon warrior is a fearsome figure indeed. He calls to mind the machinations of my own arch-rival. Taking his own death to spark a war. Wait, your arch-rival? You don't mean... The Tokugawa general, who snuffed out the glory of my lord and founded the Edo era. I cannot help but draw parallels when he too took umbrage with my lord, lashed out, and ultimately sparked a savage war. The Temple Bell incident, right? The inscriptions on the bell was a curse upon the ruler of all the land. It's well documented. I don't know about this. I guess this is just a Japanese history thing. My blades were nearly upon the Krian's throat, and I mere moments from spilling his blood. Toji stares at Yukimura, who's smiling wryly as he remembers this defining moment for him. Only Toji seems to take notice of the strong presence emanating from Yukimura. You recognize this? Of course I would. The weapons of the Sakimura are the root of the long-held grudge against Edo. This is a Sakimori thing. Wait. Yukimura's demeanor has changed. Is it getting cold in here? The accursed blade thirsts for blood like a vampire, taking over the consciousness of their bearer. There are many accounts of it. Yet we Sakimori ignore the double-edged nature of the weapons and bore them nonetheless, as warriors in service of our lord. The weapons curse us upon the land itself, however. This gives them the power to cut down even departed souls bound thereupon. I see. If I were still now as I once was, I may very well have fallen prey to this curse myself. And what we see before us now are the same eyes of those who were willing to see the eradication of my ancestral land of Wa. Eradication? You mean by your sacred artifact, Toji? The Oath of Eradication? Rule of it, rather. See the eyes of those who are willing to see the eradication of ancestral land of Wa. I had heard that exceptions each had their own reasons for being sealed away, but it is only now that I fully comprehend it. Should the power of a massive exception be added to the mix, I fear all of Tokyo may be in danger of eradication. Right. That is the antithesis of what the rule makers want, or at least what Utopia wants was the game itself. I don't believe I have the persuasiveness to influence you, but Toji Sakamori, do not let yourself be absorbed into the darkness. You need not be concerned of that. Like you, I too am no longer alone. Toji tightens the corners of his mouth, picks up his pace, shores up his grip on his blades, and swings. And it's at that moment that the path into the next memory opens, beckoning all those in attendance to step within it. Okay, 5th level. And it's featuring the rule makers, okay. Plus Yoshito.
来い。
等しく
死んでください。来い。味だ。
Burn mechanics.
等しく
Any mechanics at all, please.
沈め
Probably not since they're all 3 stars. He's on burn weakening, but that's pretty much it.
破りといく
来い。せっやっ。
オライ
三日月
今宵はこれにカーテンコールといたしましょう。それ
Alright, memories of
良い
Yukimura.
夢を
By the way, after this, we're going to take an intermission, since there should be 10 memories in total, and we are on the halfway point side. Oh, okay. So they're fighting the rule makers now, somehow?
What brave fools have stepped into my field of vision. I'll take all comers, provided you're prepared for a massacre. Because let be known, I do not abide by the rules of war.
Allure, world representative of the fairy realm of Tionanog, where there is held faith in the changeling. You're but a savage. One could hardly believe someone so lawless once held the wherewithal to rule an entire world.
Obsessed with law and order as ever, I see.
It must be exhausting wearing those 2 hats of yours, Ra Horus. Is that his full name? Ra Horus.
Are you volunteering to be my punching bag? I am pleased to accept. Most challengers are too fragile to put up a real fight.
Well, this is just great. An encounter with the 2 least compatible personalities I can imagine.
You may be able to turn anything to light. Ahura Mazda. Whatever ours are light to begin with, so you can't block them. Maybe you think that makes me a Superman, but no. If anything, hi Tita, I'm a super ultra hyperman. Peter, I hate to break it to you, but I think you're projecting more of a supervillain vibe for us here. These two are kind of funny pair. Because despite what the warmongers are with their invasions and all that, these two have always been like the sideshow. And they always seem to be paired together because they are, like, you know, are left in the dark with everything. Huh? Huh? Ah, that's impossible. But then, as I see it, dividing the worlds into categories like good and evil is just nonsense anyway. As long as a single unchanging sun burns in the sky, then all is right in the world. My love shall warmly illuminate all. So let's finish this and move on. I hear voices calling for me, clamoring for me from every corner. Oh, what? Our bow strike was stopped. That can't be! My leaf obstructs sunlight and brings about blizzards. No matter the speed or energy involved, it shall always hold strong. Golden Bakura, the frozen wonderkind. Wonderkind? Wonderkind. You've stood in my way for it last time! Frozen wonderkind? What kind of an insult is that? I swear you get more incomprehensible every time I see you. Hidden beneath Bakura's giant leaf, Aramasa drops a dust cloud and rises. Thanks for the assist, Bakura. Can I count on your continued support? You bet! No need to worry about the attacks. I'm going to cave in that annoying face of his right in. He's an easy one to deal with. You need only avoid his leaf and hit him directly. Go, Wisdom of the Manikon. Is this going to be Yoshito? An arrow! But not one of theirs? Oh, it's, what's his face? Temujin. Rulemakers, clear the way. Temujin of Xanadu is here to join the fight. But why? Why would a member of the invaders like you fight alongside the warmongers? No, then, you said that you had something to discuss. You know what will happen if I'm uninterested, do you? Of course. Should that come to pass, you may feel free to pierce my bosom with those arrows to your heart's content, Temujin. But I think you'll be most interested. I have a proposition, you see. For ridding you of that disease from which you suffer so. Oh yeah, he mentioned that he has a disease and he wants to stave off by perpetuating his lifeline through progeny. Tadatomo here has uncovered the existence of a divine medicine in the hands of a child prodigy. Under the care of Godbakura, of Kita Ward's Ojimachi Academy. Tadatomo immediately hands the research data Tadatomo gathered on the subject over to Temujin. What's your aim here? Surely you don't intend to join my horde as a concubine. I'm but a messenger in the end. My aim is merely to inform. It is up to you how best to make use of this information. Though a part of me does hope this will serve as a spark that elevates the fight to the next level. And who is that behind you exactly? Or whose sake do you enact these plans? With a smile and hair flip, Tanetomo leans in close to Temujin's ear and whispers the answer. Who is behind it? Will that be sufficient? Let's bring the three guilds together onto the field battle, shall we? Nice job on the infiltration. You're now to carry out the mission with the aid of the other dog warriors. Tanetomo and Tadatomo bow and prostrate themselves before the demon warrior as the others watch on in amazement. We're just following Yoritomo right now. Excellent work, Counselor Tanetomo. I'm relieved to see you in as good health and spirits as ever. Yes. I'm doing quite well, considering you get to live out a cozy academy life while I'm toiling away on the front. My sincerest apologies, Counselor. Relax, I'm just joking. A grumpy Gus like you wouldn't even be able to handle espionage or infiltration, I dare say. As you were, loyal one, I'm aware you were merely playing a part, but explain to me what end you should serve two masters. On my word, I serve only the same lord as you, father. Should I have been able to stand by your side all this time, I would have. But henceforth, I pledge to give every last ounce of my loyalty to further the goals of the 8 dog warriors. Watch and see.
Oh. Yasuyori checks up on how Tanetomo has been. I guess when they say father and father, they're talking about me, or MC, as well as Shino. Yasuyori checks up on how Tanetomo has been, while Tadatomo brings tea to the original dog wearer, whom he looks up to as a father. Things are becoming livelier than ever in the security forces offices, with Toji and the only one retaining a slightly sour expression, as he's left feeling just a bit out of the loop.
What's the matter?
The quest to reunite the 8 dog wearers continues apace, and the downfall of the 3 tree guilds is well underway.
Yet you seem disappointed.
You know how it is with these loops, or these past memories. It means this plan is probably not going to work. I thought that was like going to be the crux of something, and it was an overarching plot point for a while for Ellie to collect all the orbs. But if we're gathering all the dog warriors here, I'm not sure if gathering all of the orbs is a solution that will bear fruit. Just like trying to, tell everyone about the loops, or trying to escape the walls, or trying to, I don't even know what Ryota's Ascension is about. I guess just trying to heal everyone, or rather, I guess trying to, what did we even do? We didn't really end the loop there intentionally. Rather, it just happened because of bad fortune.
No.
What has been accomplished is quite remarkable. All the more so considering what little political influence we possess. The Demon Warrior's question is almost rhetorical, however, as he knows well the answer. Toji is concerned that the plans being carried out do not actually serve public safety.
Listen well, descendant of ogres. In this world, only those who are deemed the winners carry on into the future. Even I myself was once exiled and left for dead, caught on in the wrong end of a political power struggle. For victory, you'll need to cut ties with even your own flesh and blood. If you can't go full ogre, then this fight has no legs. It's ogre now, don't you see? And you have been cutting down your own kind all this time as it is, no? So you see, you can get used to it. You in particular.
Toji says nothing in response to the Demon Warrior's words, instead merely gripping the blades at his waist a bit tighter.
Now then, the plan has entered the next phase. So let's discuss what's going to happen next. Our next goal is a place called Penitentiary Academy, wherein the bearers of the Orbs of Filial Piety and Justice are being held.
So Moritaka is with the Warmongers right now, along with Yoshito. It's at this point that the meeting space gives way to the familiar underground chamber of Roppongi once more, as another memory comes to an abrupt close.
Loyalists if they win, rebels if they lose. The Demon Warrior's high-mindedness, as with my brother, is almost painful to behold.
Yukimura's voice takes on a sad, wistful tone as he says this.
I am reminded of when I had to part ways with them long ago, during the wars that divided the world.
You left about your backstory? This is a bad time to be coming back because we're ending part 5 and we're going to be taking a short intermission after. So,
yet even then, we still understood one another. We trusted in another and even knew the soundness of the other's intentions. And we knew that whichever of us came out the victor, our family's names and honor would be passed along into posterity.
The one you identified as your brother is infamous in his own right as well, no? The Yukimura of legend. Considering your blades were at the enemy general's throat, one would imagine your brother might share in your punishment. But that didn't happen, didn't it? There must have been a great deal of trust placed in him.
Indeed. Everyone around him knew of his conflicting loyalty, but also that he was a truly mindful and considerate brother figure. Which begs the question. You were the inheritor of a portion of the source memory, Addison. Should the other Dog Warriors one day turn steel upon you, would you hold Tadatomo responsible?
The Dog Warriors are not a collective, they are responsible for themselves.
My lord, I'm most pleased to hear you say as such. A wise deduction, not unlike the one I made regarding my brother. Brother.
I really need to do the Japanese accent better with the TH sound.
We'd lost a capable vassal that day, but his choices were his own. But were you not cut off as a consequence of the familial loyalty, Yukimura? Do you not begrudge your brother for that? Certainly not. On one occasion, I, as general, fought the enemies and should have been killed. But my brother's clemency spared me. Granted, I was banished, expected to live out my days in exile. But I am the one who chose to follow a different path from his. So I had no one to blame for my predicament but myself. Toji looks a bit taken aback by Yukimura's answer, but Yukimura merely returns his gaze with a hearty smile. Surprised at my good sense, despite the fact that the hatred I feel for foes is such that I persist in haunting this world. Toji, I believe there has been a misunderstanding. For you see, the curse upon the blades you inherit is not mine alone. I see, so Yukimura doesn't fully blame his own brother, and I guess as a result, Toji is just confused because the curse, at least he believes the curse to be related to him having to slay his own, and because of Yukimura also having to feel a petty grudge against his own, but it seems that's not the case. Maybe. Anyways, as a recap for you, Audio Rival, since you left briefly, it seems the plan to cause disarray went off without a hitch between the warmongers and rulemakers, and we had Temujin actually betrayed the invaders because of a backup plan they had behind the scenes regarding concocted by Tanetomo and Tadatomo, who had infiltrated the warmongers, I believe. Anywho, that's we're gonna take a short break for now. And I'll be covering that soon. Soon. I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. You guys enjoy a break. I'll be rival, enjoy another break. And then we will resume parts 6 to 10.
Big Kenshi stands in chat. Yunchan. Big fan of Tadatomo and Nobumichi, as usual, I say. Alright, let's go ahead and return with a story, as promised. Alright, 6th level, and we are going to be facing Loki and Tadatomo and Balor. I believe Loki's actually part of the Warmongers in this loop, so we're going to be doing it in a large map. Come on, present. Did they just change it? Or it's halfway through? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
来い
等しく沈め
来い味だ
目をす等しく沈め
No mechanics. And you guys can each die.
破りといくぞ。
来いせいや
ほら、
三日月よ
来い味だは
ね腐る等しく沈め
Alright. No mechanic? Fuck this up. Okay, there's a mechanic. Fucking Loki. Oh, what was I thinking? Why did I bring it? Whatever. Oz is probably strong enough to wipe by himself, honestly, so let's just go ahead and get rid of Loki this way.
来いせいや
よいか。我らクラフターズの教えは技術は筋肉から始まる。
腐る三日月
Oh, now you take all range damage? Whatever, man. Whatever. How's that even possible? I don't understand how that's possible.
等しく沈め
I just realized if I skill locked them, it wouldn't be fine.
だこせいや
You might have recorded this thing. Actually, top of my team removes debuffs. What are you talking about?
感想はどうだ。
And my brain is collapsing in itself.
まあな。
Alright, let's check out the Memories of Ikumura, part 6. Hey, welcome, audio rival. Yep, I am back. Had myself a pretty nice snack. They're more resistant than expected. It seemed prudent to strike while the ogre, that is to say, General Balor was deployed. Indeed, though my little brother doesn't seem to be here. I wonder wherever he could have run off to. Perhaps you might be able to tell me, unlike the dreadfully unhelpful associates at Penitentiary Academy here. Do not feel obligated to give me an answer. Doing so may knock you out of the game after all. I swear, the surface dwellers have become so impudent these days. Allow me to put that prideful haughtiness of yours in your check. What can you pawns, whose memories are reset every time the game restarts, possibly do to us? Okay, I don't... I'm pretty sure Mikhail already committed to not remembering things from past loops either, so where's he speaking from? Perhaps we are just pawns, and incapable of affecting much. But every pawn has a hand that moves. And that hand can move you too. I might say, His Excellency has the high ground here against you Eastern barbarians. He's rather known for that, in fact. And no matter how refined the director behind the scenes may be, it is we dog warriors who dance upon a stage. Enchanté. Are you all prepared? Our mission is ultimately to buy time until our scouts can get back here. As we are playing the parts of decoys, be careful to follow the plan and avoid unnecessary deviations, if you would.
Understood, Tanetomo. A little frustrating. We shall persevere until the leading role takes us to the stage.
Alright, it's time for action. And with my brother watching, I must ensure I make a good go of it and do Ollie proud. Oh, you have a full set for that Oz? Or you have the full Oz setup? Very nice, very nice. Very powerful for challenges. Not great for farming since it has no boosters, but very powerful otherwise.
I knew it would come to this, Sakimori, Yasuyori. Get back here as fast as you can, please. Hey, look, we don't have enough combatants. I don't look sturdy enough to serve as a meat shield at least. Fall in line. Nothing we say to him is getting through. So if you're through, if you're free, come on. Pull out that front line.
After barking these orders, the soldiers immediately run off toward the south fighting. And as it's taking place, a single dog warrior enters the cell. This dog warrior picks a plate of simple food in front of Moritaka and takes a seat right next to him.
Moritaka, I brought you today's dinner. What do you think? Does it suit your palate? I am grateful, but coming to me like this will only draw undue attention to both of us. You'd best just leave me be. Moritaka, please don't say such things. As long as I can be by your side, nothing else matters.
It's at this moment that Moritaka's keen eye takes note of a wound Yoshito seems to have been trying to hide from him.
Is that from here? Have they been mistreating you?
Oh, this? No, I sustained this wound during training.
Moritaka's worried about me.
If there's anything wrong to be done, it is I who should be worrying about you.
You truly have no intention of mounting an escape?
You can't put up with the penitential life for much longer, can you? You and I should be able to get away from with little effort.
I feel that I have lost sight of why I wield my blade, of whom I fight. And rather than swinging a sword without purpose, I feel that the noblest thing to do is to let myself go with grace and dignity.
If all you need is someone to dedicate your sword to, then why not swing it for me? That you and I may live on together. Yoshito's words aren't wait, I didn't realize Yoshito was such a simp for Moritaka. I knew he was repentant, but this is a bit much. Yoshito's words are interrupted by a loud explosive sound and a huge tunnel opening into the jail, from which several figures immediately began to emerge.
We found you, Moritaka, Yoshito. We humbly request that you please lend us your strength.
We shall explain more afterward. Right now, we must vacate the premises, or this entire building shall soon be leveled.
Yasuyori? Toji? What are you doing in such a dangerous place as this?
Do you know me? I do not seem to recall having met you before. Upon hearing these words, a despondent look immediately washes over the surprise on the face of he who bears the orb of piety, a dog warrior named Moritaka.
No, I simply happen to know a bit about you. Please, pay me no mind.
Something about this enters themselves Toji a bit, but he doesn't have time to think about it. With Moritaka and Yoshito in tow, he and the others have head back to the way they came. How's your memories of past loops?
If only Moritaka would have escaped, rather than being broken out, then he could have continued fighting in the role he was given. This isn't good. That's a 12-winged sacred artifact. That's more than we can handle.
Tanetomo and the other four have been essentially backed into a corner by the enemy two world representatives. Yep, that's Mikhail.
This is far from a rookie operation. Until it's coming in now. I wonder who among the world representatives is behind it. Fortunately, there's a limit to what they can do. In the name of valiant Archangel Mikhail, I hereby meet judgment.
As if to eliminate all criminals who prostrated themselves upon the ground, Mikhail lets loose holy flames from the scales he holds in his hands. This is Moritaka. Cleanse this man-eating fiend! Blade of ice! And the interloper uses his blade of ice, which counters icy hails when drawn, to deflect the holy flames away from his companions. Apologies for the late entrance. I am one of the 8 dog warriors. Moritaka, Shino, Inuzuka. Moritaka, you truly are my hero. You're late indeed, filial one. Where have you been hiding all this time? Please do not say such things to me. It puts me in a very awkward position. The world representative of Eden, Mikhail, sighs as he sees the criminal's spirits beyond the arrival of reinforcements. A boy by the arrival of the reinforcements. You are beyond help. Beyond salvation. Do you really expect the tides to turn in your favor merely by adding a few extra hands? And did I mishear? Or did you call me a fiend? Am I evil in your eyes? A villain? It is my blade that passes by judgment, not I. Any and all who would dare harm my companion shall summarily be cut down by it. I'm sorry to trouble you, Amaterasu, but may I leave cleaning this mess to your capable hands? You won't have the opportunity, Masanori. Masanori, if you'd please! But of course, Blade of the Beast! With the power of Masanori's sword, all those soldiers and angels in the vicinity who have been stricken down rise up once more, as beasts begin to go berserk. They operate purely on instinct, bouncing upon whosoever happens to be in their field of view, with no malice or forethought, nor really any thought at all. Now, our objective is already clear. Let us take this opportunity and make a retreat. The exit is this way. Everyone, follow me! With the 2 rescue dog warriors in lead, the party swiftly begins escaping the crumbling school. Toji Sakimori, however, soon lags behind the rest and begins moaning in pain. Huh? This is outside of the sepia tone flashback thing. Not yet. There will be blood. Elimate from the roots. What the fuck? Is someone calling out to me? My head is throbbing. Toji, are you alright? Did you suffer an injury when rescuing me, perhaps? No, my apologies, it is nothing. Moritaka lends his shoulder to Toji, and the 2 of them manage to catch up with the others, safely escaping from a penitentiary academy. Have we underestimated the several strollers? Someone behind the scenes seems to have a greater knowledge of our environs than we. No, I mustn't jump to conclusions. First, let's dispose of any stragglers. Then, let's see if we can't track down my brother. Mikhail calls out to Amaterasu but receives no answer. Oh yeah, she didn't respond last time again, either. Though she was by his side up until just a short while ago, she seems to have vanished, like smoke dissipating into the atmosphere. Amaterasu? Curses! Curses! Who says that? Scallypoka. Oh, it says Scallypoka, world representative of El Dorado. Ah, Amaterasu! So nice to see you. Henceforth, it is I, Scallypoka, the Silky Mirror, who shall be entertaining you! And just like that, the 2 world representatives begin a clash, accelerating the implosion of the 3 main factions as proposed by the Demon Warrior. It's at this point that the scene of battle gives way to the familiar underground chambers of Roppongi once more, as another memory comes to an abrupt close. Something was definitely opposed to Toji. What could have happened to him? Kind of bad feeling about this. A period of silence follows this train of thought as Toji stares blankly at his stone blades, saying nothing. Do you have some idea now, perhaps, as to what those blades truly represent? It is not merely my own grudge, but those of countless others that stain their steel like blood, along with the essence of the kin slain by your ancestors. Veins of ogre blood that causes the very soul of Tokyo. Memories of ogres who did not take root here, or those who did not inherit the ogre blood, but were instead by those who did. Wanted by those who died. Interesting.
If we are to regard the wars that plague this land as a game, then those blades are to be a cursed gift for those winning players.
So it represents the grudges of battle from the past between ogres and humans, not necessarily just from Yukimura, but rather, and not necessarily just from his ancestors, but also from everyone involved in the war from both sides. Toji remains dead silent, listening intently to Yukimura's breakdown as he tries to process everything being revealed.
They've passed through so many hands, accumulating so much sorrow before coming down the line to me. Then, to you. That, I'm afraid, is the true nature of what you know as the curse upon these twin blades. So they tally souls until a victor is decided, meaning the last thing these blades will ever point at. Well, you've something figured out. What is it? Have you solved the puzzle? They are becoming ever more powerful as your own grudges are added into the tally, accumulating more and more bloodlust. Those who do not have the mental acuity to withstand this influence would have been swallowed up by the blades long ago.
Yukimura casts a sidelong glance at you as he says this.
But is there no way to wrest control of their powers, as opposed to merely holding it back? Well, back when I bore the blades are all they were. So even should I have let use their power at that time, it would have been up to your swordmanship alone to make use of it. Now though, you must be ready, for no matter how loathsome, how unconscionable their power may be, you may need it in the end.
In response to Yukimura's ominous words, Toji falls into silence once more and simply stares blankly at his blades. A lot more thoughtful and quiet as a thinker, huh? Alright, 7th level. We are going to be facing Moritaka and Fushi. Okay, back to the invaders. I think Moritaka's part of the invaders. I don't even know. And, oh yeah, I guess he was captured in the Warmonger side, but I believe they said he was part of the invaders, along with Yoshito. I don't even know. But yeah. I don't understand the pattern here. Oh yeah, there's parent as well. It's a tall map. What am I looking for here? I always forgot I'm looking for Walter. Okay.
Koi.
等しく沈め
来い
目を覚ますがいい
等しく沈め破りといく
来いせいや
おらい三日月売りとけよ
Countdown routine. Okay.
味だ
売りとけよ等しく沈め売りと
来いせいや
よいか我らクラフターズの教えは技術は筋肉から始まる
三日月檻の中へ帰る人間の街やっぱり疲れる
Memories of Yukimura, Part 7.
There's no simple excuse for you to have to endure such hardship, Arisen. Who has done this to you?
Moritaka stands over your bruised and battered body, with an expression that suggests he may burst into tears at any moment.
Moritaka Shinonuzuka, was it?
It seems you're acquainted with Ayrton as well. He seems to remember stuff.
He is truly dear to me, indeed. I never could have foreseen something like this happening to him. It's surprising for you to have any relation with him. Tell me, how did you come to know him, filial one? I'm not certain what visions of the past you were exposed to, but you seem to be rather docile back in Penitentia. Before being born as you see me now, I came to be shown my own powerlessness, left for dead in a half-conscious state. Those who are known as world pillars are able to present memories of past lives from this Tokyo to others as they please. What Moritaka saw was a past loop in which he lived together with you, but also came to meet his end together with you as well. In that loop, 7 of us 8 dog warriors got together to fulfill our duties just like now. Yet in the process, I couldn't even find an enemy to defeat, much less a victory to dedicate to Arisen. As Moritaka goes on, he notes that every single person has played a leading role in this Tokyo game, in one loop or another. Together with the trophy, he's been at the center of it all on multiple occasions, and tried everything in his power to clear the game, bring it to a proper end. He truly believed that if he hadn't made a solid use of the role and rule given to him, it would have been possible to progress beyond that endpoint one day. I see. So apparently Moritaka escaped side character status at some point in the past and was the main character, is what they're trying to say. And he was actually trying to save us with his rule of ice or whatever it is. But steadily, he's come to realize that playing this game simply can't be done. And that's not just true for Moritaka. It's not an achievable goal for anyone in this Tokyo. Whoa! What do you mean by that? Now dial it down a little so a layperson like me can understand it too, will ya? I mean to say, there is no future in any of us in this land once called Edo. We will all lose sight of our roles sooner or later. This is what Utopia predicts. What is this nonsense I'm hearing? No sensitive mind should be so willing to give up without a fight. Spirit Father, I think that's enough. Remember, it's thanks to Moritaka that we were able to escape with our necks intact. No, this must be addressed. Billy One, listen carefully. You have indeed been granted a unique role, and a role that slumbers within your blade of ice. You are the only one to bear these. They are yours, inherited by a blood, gifted to you by your mother and father. But they are trivial things at the end. They do not define you. They are not what separates a person from the beast. There is but one reason you are who you are, and it's because of the choices you make. Only you can choose what you do. There is no one aside from yourself in this whole wide world who can stop you from walking whatever path you like to walk. The point is merely that you try. So should you wind up sitting here and run away, let it be only because you choose to. And if that is your choice, then you can count on me, on your father, to do everything I can to ease your burden, Filial One. Moritaka is visibly moved by Shina's words and wipes tears from his eyes as he nods in acknowledgement. So, we have now assembled 7 of the 8 dog bears. At last, Masashi Shinbei Inoue is proving most elusive. We know only that he attends Ojimachi Academy, though it seems he has not seen there for quite some time now. I believe this dungeon actually released before Masashi was revealed. Don't quote me on that though. But if that's the case, then, you know, we're not gonna see him in this loop. How is it possible he can invade our dragnet like this? Indeed, it seems we may be dealing with someone of remarkable skill. What can you tell us about him, Demon Warrior? This entire thing just seems like a giant advertisement to hype up Masashi before he's released. A remarkable skill? Well, he's definitely got that. But at first glance, likely just seemed like an impertinent little brat. His intelligence is akin to that of Tokyo's child prodigies, however. Some even suspect he may know the Akashic records. You might think of him as the keystone that caps off the 8 dog warriors. In the app, he's considered to have all attributes. That's a lie! There may be others like him in other systems, other worlds, but at least from the perspective of the Land of War than I know. I believe he is the true key to victory. To put it in modern-day terms, he plays the meta on all of the players. He is all-knowing and all-powerful, capable of exceeding to heights beyond what the world represents can even perceive. The victor in this game is whoever has all the info, so without the 8th dog warrior, I believe victory lies beyond our grasp. Interesting. So it would seem that now really is the time to strike, just as my divination suggested. Wishi. Okay.
The player who speaks these words in the room with everyone else is in the room with everyone else, yet not a soul notices present until this very moment. Who goes there? And how have you penetrated the defenses I put up such effort and care into establishing? Defenses, you say? That's a rather generous term for them. Let's just say, I let myself in through the back door. That has more than one meaning. Try as one might, there are always gaps in what one can perceive. Impenetrable defenses is for the omniscient and omnipotent only. Everyone present draws their weapons and bum rushes this intruder all at once, leaving no margin for escape. Or at least, that's what conventional wisdom would suggest. You can see the future. I am surrounded, and you come at me from all sides. But from my point of view, your net is all gaps and no strings. The demon warrior, or it would be better to call him as he is, the Land of Oz world representative. He almost tricked me too. By removing himself from play, he made a move that the rules of the game would ordinarily prohibit, provoking an all-out brawl. Perhaps you have an ulterior motive for the game, demon warrior. But you could not escape the net of fate cast by me, Fushi. Get him, everyone. Don't let him get away. If our plan comes to light, we'll be easily crushed by the three guilds. Get away? Me? You're the ones who've been trapped here. I intend to make use of your strategy myself. I intend to just sit here with this cutie and bide my time as the representatives mutually destroy one another. Despite Fushi's proclamations, Toji and the dog warriors once again pounce on him, only to once again have their attacks easily and nonchalantly deflected. That's no good. Without all 8 of us, we stand no chance against him. He can counter his strikes effortlessly. Nobumichi, we must persevere. If we should give up so easily, then we truly will lose everything we fought for. But that may truly well be our destiny. That may simply be how it is. Oh, if only Shinbei were here. You rang? Looks like it's my curtain call, said Masashi. Oh, okay. I guess this dungeon did come out after Masashi released. A voice rings out to the room, though its point of origins is unclear. But a moment later, a precocious child brimming with confidence bursts out onto the scene. Yeah! I've been waiting in the wings for days, but that was my cue. So now it's time to debut. All you spineless adults, be sure to keep up. Just follow my lead, you got it? With Masashi, Shinbei, Inoue taking charge, the other 7 dog warriors follow suit and rather handily drive Fushi into a corner. The boggle gives me 8 paths, and all of them are blocked. I see now. This is a power beyond anything the divination can achieve. It would seem I was too late in my arrival. However, Fushi does his best to dodge and evade the attacks targeting him, and when the opportunity presents itself, he beats a hasty retreat. He's getting away! After him! Father, it's okay if he gets away. The risk is too great if we pursue him. You should know that. It's that impulsiveness that costs you even the love of mother. Much unlike myself. Damn brat! Masashi Shinbei Inoue flushes a cheeky smile at Shino, proud of his burn, before turning toward you and taking to one knee. You need to be concerned, however. I will be taking charge of the 8 dog warriors now, and pledge to serve you well. Oh, right. You can call me Shinbei, okay? My real name's Masashi, but I don't really like that name. Alright. Seems they were one move ahead. Perhaps not the best play on my part, but with the threat of exposure, resistance was inevitable. There's still a path forward, however, as long as I take a step back. But you have all been in check for some time now. After withdrawing, Fushi tries to alter the future shown upon his bagger board, only to find it stubbornly refusing to change. That cheeky little brata has planned for every contingency. I suppose I'll just need to take extra care next time around. World Representative Panglai, no matter how many battles must be fought, I will see you trampled down before me. I'm a bit busy foretelling my future with my sisters, so I think I'll pass. Though you won't take no for an answer, will you?
Shouldn't you be focusing on more important features? Not that there are any where you won't be stricken by my arrows. The Grey Wolf wastes no time drawing his bow again and again, restlessly pursuing his prey. Interesting. It's at this point that the battlefield gives way to the familiar underground chamber of Roppongi once more, as another memory comes to an abrupt close. So that's the final dog warrior. It's kind of precious, actually. Seems like an audience little scamp. A scamp indeed! Yet with the looks to him that can't help but call to mind his father's visage. Only his attitude and conduct are quite unbecoming of his heritage. Are we truly to regard his ilk as our leader? After he spoke such biting words of scorn to his own father? My lord, you too would side with the father over the young son here, would you not? No comment. So the Satomi clan's generals, with their deep ties to Sanada, have fully assembled. That young one is a genius, a true prodigy. He is a tactician capable of matching wits with the world representatives, yet he does not falter in his combat skill. I wonder, maybe, just maybe, with the world representatives on their side, and all the dog warriors assembled together, things do seem quite stacked in their favor. Yet this should be just another memory of a past loop that ended in failure, no? Did we truly lose the fight yet again, even with the odds so greatly on our side? Or could we not progress, even in victory? So it seems that dog warriors are not enough to protect us. Or at least, the most obvious way of that plan. Maybe there's something that we didn't account for. Did your chapter end? Your game got restarted. You have to start getting... That's somewhat possibly impossible. Unless you literally press the delete account button, your account should still be saved on LifeWonders servers. Your game data is not on your account, it's on their servers. So as long as you send a report to them and give details about what your account is like, then you might be able to retrieve it. If you want to send a report, just go to the website. Also, you might want to, if you want a more detailed explanation of steps to do it, you can join the Discord server, linked in the description. Go ask the help channel, or look through the pins. There should be a link towards their website there. As the party reflects upon these ominous words, Toji's blades continue to guide them forward through the labyrinth. Okay, 8th level, we are going to be facing Masashi, Toji, and Bael and Temujin. Alright, let's hop in.
Boku wa koi.
等しく沈め
Koi.
目を覚ますがいい
や
等しく沈め
破りと
Koi. Sek. Ya.
ほらい
三日月
Seems this takes place in the Rulemaker's headquarters.
目を覚ますがいい
や
等しく沈め
破りと
Koi. Sek. Ya.
よいか我らクラフターズの教えは技術は筋肉から
三日月
Koi.
目を覚ますがいい
や
等しく沈め
破りと
Koi. Sek. Ya.
ほらい
三日月俺檻の中へ帰る人間の街やっぱり疲れる
Alright, 8 set of memories, let's do this.
Alright, Demon Warrior, let us hear your defense, as you stand accused of being a role representative, a player in the game. I know you feel as though you've been deceived, but I only withheld my affiliation so as not to raise unnecessary doubts. In the end, you and I have the same goal here, to put an end to this game. Is that not what you seek? I too feel compelled to know what the intentions are behind this whole farce. I can't rest till I know why we're all here. I have no intention of fighting for the sake of any trophy. You have my word on that.
It's like somewhat true, I guess. I mean, he did like work with Bertro, but his entire plan didn't even make sense in the first place. So I don't. If anything, he seems more averse to us than wanting it. Some of the people here seem to dote on us, but in very least, Yoritomi seems very terrified of us, and in fact would rather kill us.
Winning the game isn't that important to me in the slightest. I just want to know why it's being played in the first place. I swear this to be the truth. Were it not, I would continue to be haunted by dreams of my little brother, night after night.
Koji Sakimori's eyes pierce the Demon Warrior's like knives as he sizes a potential traitor up, carefully digesting his words to determine if they're genuine or fabricated.
Honestly, I feel as though I've been completely cast out. I had expected that, if it had ever come to this, at least one of you would understand. I saw you as kin.
As he says this, the Demon Warrior strokes the edge of his forehead, where a horn had been attached long ago. He recalls the pain he'd felt back then. A distant memory now, but a vivid one, of when he decided to live as human in the world of humans, giving up all that made him an ogre. He was an ogre at some point? I see. In order to distance himself from his younger brother, who was kidnapped by ogres at a young age and forced to live a non-human life.
Very well. I shall accept your tale. Should I later learn it was false, whatever, know that I will cut you down on the spot.
Resisting the urge to retort that, should such an occasion come, his executioner would not be alive to follow through with that threat. The Demon Warrior simply smiles.
Now then, the Demon Warrior is not the only suspicious individual here. Little one. So, Masashi Shimbe Inoue, was it? You said you were waiting in the wings for days, I believe. That suggests you've been spying on us for some time, no?
Doji turns his full attention towards Masashi Shimbe Inoue, who is presently seated directly next to you. Yes, that's right. That's for why. It's simply because I hadn't yet heard the cue to join your entourage. Starting with Masanori, then ending with Moritaka and Yoshito. You got the order a little reversed, but I saw it to be last. Is there an order to do it? And the reason for that, of course, is because I'm the headliner here. No one else among the dog raiders would have fit the bill. I have advanced knowledge of every possible outcome, good and bad, in all matters. So every move I make is calculated, and anyone who teams up with me is guaranteed never to lose. Right, I vaguely remembers what's called Masashi's thing being about time travel, at least in his original story, but I don't know the deal of it specifically. So maybe that's why he knows what's good and bad, or, you know, the outcomes of what would be good versus bad.
Is that why you insisted it was okay to allow Fushi to escape? You could tell what would happen if you didn't. Care to elaborate?
I mean, I don't think there's time for that, since we're about to have a visitor. And speak of the devil. As if on cue, Temujin, world representative of Xanadu, swiftly enters the scene. Though he seems a bit out of breath, rather exhausted, having just gotten done fighting an intense battle.
You're the child prodigy who bears the divine medicine. Hand it over. This instant.
Alright, this was the report that Tanetomo fed him. Although I thought it was with Kodpukuru, I guess he got that information from Kodpukuru that was actually with him.
As per conditions of yourself, you yourself laid out, world representative Fushi has been removed from play by these hands.
Oh wow, he killed him. He killed his ass. I mean, they're not out of the game for sure, right? I mean, I don't know. For us, if you remove them from game, they might return in some other loop, but maybe the point is to not make sure it's within the same loop. Everything gets done. Of course, I'll stay true to my word. But first, there's one thing you should know about this medicine. It's only effective on good people, as recognized even by my mother. In other words, someone who embodies justice, propriety, wisdom, benevolence, loyalty, fidelity, filial piety, and brotherhood.
You scoundrel! You pulled a fast one on me, haven't you?
no. Nothing of the sort. Does this mean you have reason to believe you wouldn't meet these criteria? Despite his agitation, Temujin can't quite find the words to respond to Shimi's question, so instead turns to stare at you. Xanadu. A melting pot of a world where familial bonds are readily forged among any and every species and race there is. Yet they say you, the here descendant from the Grey Wolf and the White Doe, found one with whom you simply couldn't forge a bond. Masashi Shinbei Inoue speaks these words as if he's sorely internalized this tale from some past loop. That person's name is Shamuka, whom you called a sworn friend, but who wound up being banished from your world. Such actions run counter to the 8 virtues, but should you aid your friend to the last this time, all will be made right. In other words, even if you were once embroiled in acts of fraud, it's what you do now that matters most. How you act henceforth. And then the medicine will work? I don't like you one bit, little rascal. I was ready to have you trampled to death by my horses for tricking me. The rest of the room watches this exchange with tense, concerned looks on their faces, save for the demon warrior who's widely smiling, really enjoying every moment of it. Very well. The king of the steppes shall lend you his strength. I'm most grateful, Temujin. Your benevolence will surely reach even my mother. Now then, the parts have all been cast. So before we engage in the final battle, allow me to fill you all in on the plan. Masashi Shinbei Inoue proceeds to outline carefully his predictions for the coming battle, as well as his plans for seeing it through to the end. Everyone listens quietly and intently until he gets to the final stage of the operation. I object to this! I cannot rightfully accept any strategy which places Arisen directly in the path of danger! Moritaka, I have not yet finished explaining myself. Assuming and interrupting are habits you should grow out of by now. But placing him in the vanguard as a decoy is simply an outrageous proposition, no matter the context. Huh? Oh, come now. You think you'd be any safer taking up the rear line? Use your head. You're smarter than that. Ultimately, if this fight is lost, there will be no longer any guarantee of Arisen's safety at all. In other words, we have to win. And to do that, we need an ace in the hole to disrupt the judgment of the world representatives. But... Father, you must have something to say about this, right? Shinbei, do you swear this plan of yours is made with Arisen's best interest in mind? Of course. I would never deign to repeat the same mistakes as you, Father. What a rude asshole. I have no objections to speak on the matter. Just to be sure you stay devoted to your task, benevolent one. Moritaka is clearly dissatisfied with the answer, but Masashi Shinbei Inoue simply smiles triumphantly before continuing. Moritaka, I commend you on taking the reins of the 8 dog warriors in my place through these many late loops. I now relieve you of that duty, but do solemnly swear to fulfill it with aplomb myself from here on out. And thus he was forever a side character in the coming loops. It's at this point that the planning session gives way to the familiar underground chambers of Roppongi once more, as another memory comes to an abrupt close. What an absolute brat! Using my lord as decoy! Filial one, you were right to object. You should have pressed harder! It's a tough situation, really. High risk. High reward is the name of the game, if you want to ensure victory in the end. But for him to issue such orders from the seat right next to my lord, I'm truly outraged. What is he trying to say here? I'm truly envisaged in environment? Invigorated? I'm not sure what she's trying to say here. Envious! Oh my god. Okay, he's saying envious. Goddamn. I thought his plan seemed reasonable. He's a kid. Certainly he wants attention. We'll be fine if you guard me, Tadatomo. I understand. But I fear that is a feeling not limited to children. From my perspective, that child prodigy of the Satomi clan seems to understand well the cruelty of the war. That's not to say their concern for your lord his position as vassal is unwarranted, however. I dare say it's prudent. But war is a delicate balance of prudence and recklessness. Neither alone can spare nor spirit the house of cards it's collapsed. Yukimura is lost and sad as he says this, recalling his own past battlefield experiences. Who this? I have no idea who the fuck this sprite is supposed to be. Whose sprite is this? Maybe it's Yukimura. It's Yukimura, I guess. My lord, the attempt to attack us now. I beg of you, please make the call to mobilize. Opinions are split between those who wish to bunker down and those who wish to enter the fray. And Yukimura is among those commanders who strongly opt for the latter. But with his lord's mother and attendants preferring to bunker down, Yukimura's suggestion is summarily rejected. Or maybe it's because rumors about abound that he's secretly in contact with his older brother behind enemy lines, and is just not to be trusted. So Yukimura and his contingent miss their one chance to turn the tides of war, and are driven deeper and deeper into disadvantaged position. Shouldn't just say he can't lose though. Tough for us to assume that's true. Then what went wrong in the end? That is true. If we're to believe him, since he seems to even know the future even beyond what Fushi sees in terms of planning him. That comes down to what counts as victory. Sorry. That comes down to what counts as victory. Under what conditions will you and the people of Tokyo consider the war won? Toji Sakimori, you stated that you wish to see the game come to an end. This is the same position you held in the past loops as well. Are you implying that to be an erroneous position? I'm not certain I understand what point you're trying to make. I mean, it is true, we saw from Utopia that from chapter 14, trying to end the loop, the game isn't necessarily for the best in terms of, in relation to why it was made in the first place, to prevent the end of the world or society's collapse. Perhaps that's something you'll all need to discover for yourselves, along with the answer as to what future you entails. This is the first time we're talking about not necessarily ending the loop though, which is interesting. Usually we're trying to end the loop or escape the loop or something like that. But this is the first time where we're confronted with the questions of, do we really need to stop the loop itself? Very interesting. The game, rather. Ninth level. You're going to be facing a grab bag of Warmongers and Invaders between Shiva, Smoky God, and Mephistopheles. I did not see the map size, but it does not matter since we're doing all range. Large map, one phase. Don't worry about Shiva though, since he tends to have that stupid thing where it lets him, what's it called? Resist damage massively. Unless it's like a regular Shiva. Oh, let's give it a try. Oh, he's not skill locked, so it's fine. Memories of Yukimura Part 9. I have found you, Kamadeva! Masashi Shime Inoi's plan of the attack is, in a word, straightforward. About as straightforward as plans come. The first step is you're sent in as bait to lure the world representatives out from hiding. Right, because Shiva wants to eat her ass, and Smoky God also wants to kill us, as we saw. My, destruction has no place in salvation. I'll thank you not to act so rough with my Yarthan. Then they clash with the other world representatives, at which point you distance yourself from the action and use the terrain to make a strategic retreat. Don't you dare get in my way! Crescent, try mercy! If you won't back down, then you leave me with little choice. Wheel of Fortuity. Excellent. With 8 dog warriors at our disposal, we have a distinct advantage over any and every enemy we face. Which isn't to say the 8 dog warriors are particularly special. It's merely based on one inexorable truth. Everything in this world has a weak point,
Just as water extinguishes fire, wood absorbs the water, and fire burns wood. Yes, I am talking about the attribute tree, or the attribute cycle. In this case, defeating the opponent isn't even necessary on our part. All we need to do is successfully lure them into the open. So we're trying to end the game. Well, not really. We're just trying to protect us, I believe is the action. And we're taking the offense directly by something the 8 dog warriors. I think that's the plan of action here. Ye demons wallowing in sin, burn to cinders before mine wings. Omni-purification! We who wallow in sin, have you not realized that by coming to know greed and lust through your lord, you have fallen to our level? Take a good long look at yourself in the mirror then. Delayed departure. And once the scuffle amongst the world representatives have come to a close, after the dust settles, you still remain standing through the capable protection of Masashi Shinbei Inoue. He then turns to look at you, grinning widely. You've done your duty well. That should be enough for now, Ayrton. Come, this way. Shinbei, are you uninjured? At your young age, perhaps it would be best that you step away from the front line. I may be your nephew, but I'm not some helpless kid. You should worry more about watching your own back, old man. Old man? I am not an old man. Besides, if something should happen to you, how could I ever face your old man? That's not my problem. To be perfectly frank, I hate how my physical editors constantly fawn over me. It's just annoying. What? Annoying? I guess I could see how it could become a bit tiresome, but still. The operation continues unabated with Masashi Shinbei Inoue protecting you from harm, and guiding you to safety over and over again. Still not sure when it's going to collapse quite yet, but I can only imagine something going wrong from within the circle. I never thought Shinbei's plan could possibly go so smoothly. He's right. I will be benched indefinitely. That's okay, Moritaka. You still have the merchant statue. For when it comes to my defensive warfare such as this, he stands unquestionably as my superior. That is not true, as Nobumichi has implied. Should even one of the 8 dog warriors go missing, the entire line would fall. Is that where it falls then? One of them goes missing? Toji places a hand on Moritaka's shoulder in an effort to comfort him. Something just had to spawn, he's become. I do sympathize with you, however. There was once a time when I lost my role, and was subsequently on the verge of losing myself. But how can that be? I have only ever seen you surface your duties with such admirable grace, Toji. Well, as the app proliferated, the necessity for public safety order was called into question, and my purpose with it. We do, after all, act not just in favor of general public welfare, but more specifically to combat supernatural threats. Yet as the need for such services came to vanish overnight, I began to wonder, without my ancestral duties, what of me remains? Alright. It comes from within, aka the thing we still haven't seen an explanation for, Demon Toji. Not act in favor once we combat supernatural. Perhaps it is the nature of future development, that the things only we can do today may be viable for all of tomorrow. But such development is coming quicker and quicker all the time. So fast that we can hardly see where we are headed. And so, Inuzuka, I reiterate, you're not alone in the unease you have begun to feel. Moritaka suddenly realizes that he's just received a pep talk from the usually stoic Toji, and bows deeply to him in thanks. Thank you very much. It does make me feel at least a little better to know that the others share my concerns. Besides such, Moritaka, you can never be unnecessary or extraneous to the Dog Warriors. Or for what it's worth, to me, okay? Really creeping out Yoshito. Yoshito, did you overhear all of that? Is it not a blessing, Inuzuka? Your assassin is here. You have a home now. You have some place to return to, and a family to care for you. Toji, Yoshito, thank you, both, for one. Eyes glossy with tears, Moritaka turns his head down in a somber bow, and his genuine gratitude becomes almost palpable. Thanks to be going well. And as long as there's an enemy to fight, it seems like they'll continue to go well. But should we reach a point where there are no enemies left to be seen, then the benevolent one, Masashi Shinbei Inoue. Child prodigy though he may be, he has a prideful, competitive side to him that's admittedly quite effective when facing off against opponents. But should there come a point where there are no opponents left to bear the wrath of his resentment, those fires could easily begin spreading within. I think back to the last moments I spent in my homeland. Enemies defeated, peace restored, but then cut down by one of our own. Is the mere fact that I'm here the trigger? No, there's no evidence of anything like that. Not yet. Huh? Toji, what has come over you? Kill. Not enough blood. All who have wronged us. Enemies. Toji, you've gone completely pale in the face. Leave this to us. You must rest. Uh-oh, here comes the end. Okay. My apologies, I will do as you say. We're gonna fucking die, I told you! Or whoever his curse is. We're gonna buy his curse. It's at this point that the staging grounds give way to the familiar underground chamber of Roppongi once more, as another memory comes to an abrupt close. Oh gee. Maybe I shouldn't watch anymore. I have a really bad feeling about this. No, I'm prepared for what I may see. Turning back was never an option from the start. Right, it seems we never actually saw any... We only saw glimpses of our defeat, but we did see... What's it called? In Chapter 8, we saw our allies, the Summoners, killing us. We never actually saw the context behind it, so maybe this is the first time we'll be seeing context behind when Toji kills us. Maybe, who knows. Without Toji's powers, the memory can't be replayed. Everyone present understand this to be an unavoidable truth that must be accepted in order to move on. Remember, these are from a past loop. It ends with a massacre. That was part of the space. I mean, honestly. The world resets, so it has to be a massacre of some kind. That's actually since the battlefield. What matters most is what we do now. I know it's been said before, but still. Marathon. Cover his good hands. Come on, Toji. We got this. Toji's blades revealed the final passage. The party proceeds deeper into the labyrinth, single file, without another word. We are coming close to the conclusion. What is gonna fucking kill us? Is it gonna be Toji's curse? Is it gonna be Shinbei Inoue? I think that's his other name. We will see. And the hint that we'll be telling of what's gonna happen is who we're gonna see in this battle, the 10th level. The Dog Warriors? Is there gonna be infighting among them? Okay, this is not what I expected. And Chino as well. Alright. Oh, are they gonna manifest the memories of the ogres or something? I don't know how that would work since it's two different sets of memory storage units. But it's on a large map, so let's do this.
So 来い。
等しく
やあ。死んでください。
Did they actually have skills? I think they had skills. What was that skill? I need to see it again.
等しく沈め
They're all protecting Shino. Oh my gosh, this is pretty cool.
お縄ちょうだい
Blasting, strengthening. Okay, so that's just from... It's called... They're getting a bunch of buffs from Masashi, essentially. Attack up, prayer. Critical. Who's he getting critical from? Increased horizontal movement range. That's just for everyone. Yeah. See, most of these are just from Masashi, to be honest. It's a bit funny. And looking at this, let's see. Is there some sort of pattern here to heal? Not really. I mean, Nether, Ether, Fire, Water, Wood are like opposite to each other. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I see the three triangles and the two opposite things kind of coordinating each other. Anyways, let's do our best and not die instantly. Hopefully.
俺様の背を指を破りといく。
来い。せいやっ
Yeah, the only resistant would be Yasuri. But he's too weak to resist.
ほらよ。
三日月
Deleted.
今宵はこれに
Alright, moment of truth, everyone. Let's see how we fucking die. Let's see how the world ends.
良い
Memories of Yukimura Part 10. From this point, the game proceeds apace until at long last. The end game is nigh. Someone forgot a space there. Oh wait, I think that's just fun. End game. Gross. Curses! How could I be bested by such an unenlightened charlatan? Particularly when I was but one step away from victory. Ugh. Mikhail falls to the ground, his body riddled with countless arrows. Indeed, I never expected it to become a three-way skirmish. I shall seal this shameful memory away within me, and nowhere else. So letting them fight each other is pretty interesting. It was a simple plan, too. Even Temujin has suffered deep wounds from the difficult battles he's been forced to endure. I think this is the end for me. I'm impressed. My body could hold out even this long. Temujin collapses onto his back as he says this, and his vision begins to fade. But before it fades completely, he becomes acutely aware of someone's shadow being cast over him. I am honestly surprised that despite possessing no world pillar, I could come this far. All thanks to you. But I'm feeling a little tired now. Please just let me rest. Masashi Shinbi Inoue places a divine medicine he's promised upon Temujin's chest and puts his hands together as if in a prayer. You've done well. Once everything's come to an end, I promise you, your efforts will not have been in vain. He says in episode 10 when everyone dies. And with that, Temujin closes his eyes for the last time, making him the 22nd world representative to have fallen. Rest in peace. 22nd. Is there one more? I guess this might be Utopia if he came into battle or not. Is this not the end? Have all the players of this game not been felled? Not quite all of them. One last world representative remains, the one from the other world of Utopia. But we have encountered neither hide nor hair of this individual, despite our best efforts. Or have we yet to search? Good question. I've been operating under the assumption that once the others had all fallen, the Utopian rep would surface. Well, all 8 of us are here, along with you, Demon Warrior. So I'd say we've got nothing to fear. Let's just bide our time. Maybe Utopia saw the future and your infighting became. And so the 8 Dog Warriors and a Demon Warrior, fresh off of what they consider to be a virtual landslide victory, wait for the final foe to show and their happily ever after to come. Yet that doesn't happen. They wait and wait, but the world representative of Utopia simply never appears before them. Well, this isn't what the world rep of Utopia wants. They want a mythology to win, and I'm not sure if they want Utopia to win itself. How much longer must we sit upon our hands? Does this final world representative even truly exist? Or have you tricked us, after all, that you may gain a decisive advantage in the game under false pretenses? Calm yourself, Toji, and the rest of you as well. You act as if you've all been possessed. Oh, infighting, here it comes! Here it comes, everyone's possessed! And Masashi, too. It's all too common for a militia that's run out of enemies to succumb to paranoia and identify new enemies within its own ranks, ultimately self-destructing in the process. Oh shit. Here he comes! When one's blade is trained to make the first move, one learns to swing first and ask questions later almost as a matter of course. Yoshito. And it all started with the loss of one man. That's when this rogue faction split off from the Public Safety Bureau, and everything else that followed happened in the blink of an eye. The loss of a man? The rogue faction split off from the Public Safety Bureau. Where'd he go? The entire fight may have been over before it even started. My best laid plans have been shipped away with almost no effort. Tokyo World Representative? I don't know what you're saying, but that better not be a real thing, because that'll be a major spoiler. Please do not. Yeah, even betrayals from within had been anticipated and nipped in the bud before they could come to pass. All through Yoritomo's careful strategizing. But in the end, it wasn't enough. It seems like this game is going to end in draw once more and proceed into the next loop. But at least this time, for just this one moment, something crucial may have been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. Despite the end of his existence, he knows it looming large before him. The Demon Warrior analyzes what's transpired as if we're reading events from a history book. Why do you suppose it is that the world representative of Utopia has remained in hiding to the bitter end? If we are poised as victors, then one last draw would be expected, an attempt to defeat us and establish a hierarchy. Oh, you're just thinking of the idea? I see. Well, it's fine if you're speculating, but it's hard. I have no way of knowing what's speculation versus what's actual spoilers, so keep that in mind. It does not inspire, which can only mean... Everyone has an exploitable weakness. This holds true for the world representative of Utopia as much as for anyone else. Thus, we must consider that we were not challenged here because, for one reason or another, we were deemed unbeatable. Of course, it's not outside the realm of possibility that the Utopian rep is pleased to see this world implode upon itself. Oh, he sees it's about to end because of the infighting is about to begin, so he's just narrating the end of it right now. But as Utopia's fate lies in efficiency and acceleration, not wasting time on a no-win situation only stands to reason. So let us consider the outcome the result of a lack of compatibility among us. Let us just consider this outcome the result, okay. And by us, I don't mean the 8 Dog Warriors, but all users of the app as a whole. Ah, but it seems our time is up. I can only hope this closure proves less painful than falling from a high horse. Did we just die? What the fuck just happened? Oh, no, wait, it's about to happen. What's about to happen? Kill everyone. Everyone must die. Is everyone gonna be possessed by this? Just like in a dungeon. And with that, all memories of this particular loop are sealed. That which happens beyond this point would be best left unspoken. What? Are you saying we all killed each other and you're not even gonna show it? Gee. Yes. I'm glad that in my end, my voice found its reach. Alongside the nostalgic smell of steel, Toji becomes acutely aware of that which his blades have pierced. I know this pain well, for I have experienced the very same in a past loop, in another lifetime. And on those words, Moritaka slumps to the ground with a thud, all energy drained from his body. Jesus Christ. Inuzaka? Hey! Kruznik! Masanori! Demon Warrior! Arathan? No matter whose name he calls, no one answers. The 8 Dog Warriors, along with everyone else, lie still and unresponsive. What is this fucking submarine ending? Jesus Christ. This fucking, like, literally everyone dies genocide ending. If one could hear the stillness in the air, it would be the stirred one last time with the sound of a man piercing himself with blades, and then nothing more. What? Did he kill himself? In this manner, anyone and everyone ceases to be, save for one final representative. The Utopian one. And he didn't just win either, apparently, because the game's still going on. It's at that point that the somber scene gives way to the familiar underground chambers of Roppongi once more, as the final memory comes to a chilling close. Jesus Christ. Toji. He fucking killed everyone! He killed everyone! It seems that, despite my best efforts, I'm always fated to be just an ogre, feared by the masses. Hey, this wasn't your fault, Toji. It happened because the game didn't end. Simply winning the war wasn't enough. Precisely. It seems that proceeding with victory as the end goal cannot lead to a proper future for this land. Well then, what are you saying? Toji killed everyone? I don't know, it's a bit unclear. Maybe everyone started attacking each other, or maybe Toji really killed everyone. It's not entirely clear. Maybe Toji's artifact possessed everyone, including himself, and he was the last to get the final blow before he killed himself. But, you know, it's not really like Toji per se, it's more like the curse within his blade. Which is essentially everyone's, from past loops, burning hatred of all their losses, both sides of their deaths. Well, then what can? What should we do? Operating bounds, as is the case with Kengo, when we tried to escape the walls. Exploiting loopholes, such as when we tried to tell everyone about the game, to, you know, try to just, I guess, change majority rule from everyone else's thing, and also to just get the hand over, you know, this massive knowledge advantage of the gamer, of the world reps, and even having the strongest and oldest players speedrun the game. Oh, never mind, that would be that would be a his then. Exploiting loopholes. What loopholes are you talking about with Ryota? Ryota didn't really do anything. It was more like just happenstance when everyone died there. He tried to heal everyone and he tried to rescue us, and we were just like never found in that loop, I believe. All deemed not good. And now just working as a team to complete the game normally is deemed not good either? Oh boy. So winning the game is not even a victory condition. What options does this leave us with? What do we do to finally reclaim our future? And how do we do it? Putting aside the final revelations, it's only natural to wonder how these memories can possibly constitute a stalemate scenario. But I, for one, am not surprised by this outcome at all, for I have been down this road before. Always targeting the enemy command, uncertain as to what I'm up against, or even if I'm cutting down the right target. We were armless in Ryota's. I don't know if we lost our arm, but we never did use a rule, so maybe that was the case, yeah. But I don't think that was like a loophole per se. We just lost our arm. I don't know. We never learned how to use the app at the very least. We were injured. Maybe we did lose our arm. So we could never actually use our secret artifact as a result. We were too fucking weak. We didn't really cause the end of that loop though. It was just like the invaders did. You know, we didn't try anything. The only thing that caused the end of that loop was what the invaders would have done anyways, which is just like our death. And honestly, I don't even know what happened there. We didn't even die in that loop in Ryota's. What happened was Ryota died while we were left alive and powerless. So some majority rule must have shifted there when everyone wanted the world to change with Israel. I think Israel said something like that where they wanted the game to reset because of that loss. I don't know. Always talking the enemy band, uncertain as to what I'm up against, or even if I'm cutting down the right target. And I, swinging my blade wildly, never considering much matters at all for me, a result of inexperience, of immaturity. Yeah, Ryota died in front of us. We didn't die. Ryota did. And then the loop reset when Ryota died. And I think it was just because everyone wished for the world to reset at that point. I don't know why. Maybe it was just like people thought it was just devastating. I think it was just the invaders being jackasses. And that would have happened either way. I mean, Ryota gained more power, so he could have avoided that now. But in that case, we weren't really trying to cheese the game per se. Did we even know about the game per se at that point? Like, with Shiro, it seems like we knew about the game as early as Azoth. And with Kengo, it seems that somehow we had help from Odin and Aze to escape and know about the game and try to leave the walls. But I don't think we actually knew about the game per se that early on with Ryota. It was just like, so we never tried to win the game per se. We were just trying to protect us, Ayrton, and then Ryota did it and he died, and then the game reset. Then you must decide. Will you lay your blades down here? You are their rightful bearer now, so the choice is yours. Doji merely smiles at this question, not saying a word. Yukimura firmly nods his head in acknowledgement of the sound commitment. You seem to be confident in your answer. Thus, there is no need for any discourse. If he'd been foolish enough to lay down his blades here, I may have had to scorch him to the bone for it. That is not unlike the sort of thing I recall my ogre father was saying once. You have come to resemble him quite a bit. Come now, Toji Sakimori. Flattery will get you nowhere. Was that meant to be flattering? For real? Was that meant to be flattering? Even I'm making that expression right now. Either way, if we're not going to let ourselves be stopped in our tracks, then I guess at least you all know now one more path to avoid taking. Doji, Arathan. Indeed, the future is as of yet uncertain, but I think we can confidently say it will not turn out quite as we have just seen. Not as long as I live, and not as long as I'm with you, Arathan. The one and only you. Doji steals a glance at you as he says this, but seeing you stare back into his eyes, He blushes, coughs, and looks away. Hope we can always fight side by side. Be sure to keep you in line. Now that I've reconfirmed what I fight for, I'm okay with this. There is no need to hold back, Arthur. Yukimura, lend me your strength, that with these blades I may bring about a future far removed from what we have witnessed. So it shall be done. I look forward to seeing your futures, and the future of this land. Oh, it's so serious, although I guess it makes sense. And I guess maybe even if fucking Fisher King was very Irish, I guess his jovial attitude was like Ryota's a bit. And Zoro was just a dumbass, just like Kengo. It said a 5-colored barrier erected by the High Priest Tenkai once blanketed this land of Edo. Now the power of its final seal, along with memories of the one who had heretofore safeguarded it, flow into the dual blades borne by one Toji Sakimori. So these memories of essentially our death and his killing of us, along with everything else the Itakuris apparently have now been absorbed by his blades, I believe. Interesting. What new technique did Toji leave us? Actually, let's just go to my guild and answer that directly. By the way, I have the token quest now, not that it matters, but just letting you know. And we'll just finish with the same song. Sure. Finally, after 6 days in a row, I am finally done playing all these story bits for a little bit at least. Tomorrow there's gonna be another stream, but for now I don't have to like dress up and get the lights ready and everything because that stream was just like no face cam, it's just a discussion stream. But anyway, yeah, what technique did Toji actually leave us? We never learn what techniques these people leave us when we finish these dungeon memories. Well, I'm sure he'll be using it in maybe chapter 15 or 16. But yeah, with Ryota, we didn't know he could like mutually heal Fisher King, but he did. That was the big reveal in chapter 13. The lesson he took away is he doesn't have to sacrifice himself. He just needs some mutual helping power like that. And with Kengo, it was just like not being a dumbass and using his glove belt properly to get more infinite power. Honestly, I think Kengo's is pretty straightforward, just get power. And like straight up power from what they normally do. And Shiro's, it's not clear what Shiro's power upgrade is. I think it's just the fact that now he can use his artifact without being fucking possessed all the time. That's the only real upgrade I can tell, because the one time or two times he used it, he was super tired, but then after he used it, he managed to... Oh yeah, I think he was like the one who... Was he the one who teleported us around to help us extinguish all the exceptions? I think he might have been. So he could like actually freely use the old one's Necronomicon as a result. So we'll just have to find out what exactly Toji's ability is. Knowing his base ability of being able to create seals, maybe he'll be able to extend the power somehow. Hopefully he gets an EO of some kind to showcase it. So he'll probably be sealing more things. I don't know what that'll entail. Maybe he'll be sealing world representatives' powers or some shit like that. Who knows? But yeah, in any case, my thoughts on this story. I wish they would elaborate more, but also I did feel the impact, because I feel like if they showed the actual steps of, you know, suddenly everyone killing each other like in Danganronpa or in like, you know, Battle Royale, maybe it would have lost its impact in terms of, you know, it would seem less like a tragedy and more like a sudden, you know, actual battle that you could fight against. But we never even saw we had our power then. I don't think we even had our power. I don't know. But it seems like one of them killed us, between the 8 Dog Warriors and the allies like Kruznik. Kruznik, you know, was a bit random, to be honest. And Toji. And then Toji killed himself, which is kind of fucked. Honestly, that part is kind of fucked. Especially, we were going to die no matter what. But Toji killing himself, I don't think we've seen a suicide in this game for quite a while. Has there been another suicide in this game? Not really, right? Fushi maybe gave up, but he didn't really kill himself. But yeah, that's kind of fucked up that Toji was like, blood all around me. That's fine. Yeah, Kengo got a whole story variant. Yeah, I mean, he didn't get a story variant per se, but he did get like an Evo, right? So that was nice. And if you're talking about the fucking, you know, hot spring one, that doesn't count. That's not even main story. Anywho, how do I think it compared to the other dungeons? They did not lean on the tragedy nearly as much, and I guess that's fine because, I mean, you know, you've seen so much loops, how many times they can do tragedy. But I think the most remarkable thing about this is that even in the most obvious case of how to win the game, it seems like that's not the right way to win the game. Because, you know, so far we were all this time trying to figure out how to cheat the game, how to escape the game, how to terminate the game, how to stop us from just fucking dying all the time. But it seems like the main takeaway is, like, even for those who are playing the game, they don't really know how to win. They just know that the trophy is this was one of the long-standing questions. And it seems, you know, this assumption that you just have to beat all the other world reps or something might not be enough. Or at the very least, pursuing it directly might not be enough. Maybe if all the world reps were defeated, it would be enough, but like it seems like the Utopian one was just like, you know. So it seems that even if that is the case, that every world rep has to be defeated, it doesn't seem like every world rep wants to be in the fight in the first place, and might even want it to be continued. Much more like a game master really than a rule maker, which now I think about is peculiar. Unlike every other one, like the rule makers and all that, which defeated each other, like Mikhail and Amaterasu, who ended up dying. The Utopian what's called pillar, kind of just like that was just like, I don't care. That's a very game master thing to do. You can like go fuck yourselves, let's go to another loop. That's very fucked up. Well, according to what's it called, according to Yoritomo anyways, it's possible that he never came just because he knew he could never win the situation. So rather than going into rather than trying to go to a predetermined loss, they saw it fit to just let each other inevitably slaughter ourselves, which, you know, is kind of big brain for them. Very fascinating. You made the idea of your twin brother's role representative. Very interesting headcanon, I guess. But yeah, it wasn't as impactful, but it was also it kind of revealed more than I would expect. Unlike Ryota's, which didn't reveal much. It was sad, but it also didn't reveal much. This one's kind of like the opposite. It wasn't too sad, but it was also like really fucked up, and really sudden how we all died, and also just showed more about the boundaries of what exactly are the conditions for winning this game, the conditions for what constitutes victory, and how we should approach it. But yeah, I think I can wander enough. I think it was pretty decent fan service for every Hakenshi fan out there. I didn't expect it to be featured like that, and yeah, let's not all slaughter each other for all getting close to the end of the story. Yeah, all right, let's pinky swear that. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and that is it from me. It has been a pleasure streaming you for 6 days in a row, these stories, but I think my deserves a bit of a break. Tomorrow I'll be streaming, and one more last time, for a discussion, no face cam, for the Chapter 15 banner, as well as some of the content that released for the Date Quest campaign that had happened some time ago. And that will not happen at 7 p.m. or, you know, it's the usual time that it has happened for these streams. Rather, it's going to happen on a usual discussion time, so 3 p.m. ET. Check it out on the actual permanent link if you want to see when that specifically is related to you, if you want to join that discussion. But yeah, thank you for joining. I had lots of fun doing this, and I will see you guys next time. That's all for now, cuties. Catch you next time!